Right,
What's
we're
up,
on.
everyone?
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back to another Stay Fishy Friday. You got your three favorite hosts here.
Now, your one favorite host. She's here. Little Laura.
Not the phone. Dave needs that for comments. Another orange.
Okay. So, we're going to start off with either the drinking word or how do you want to do it? Did you like last week's when we had people could make us drink if they...
Didn't even remember last week, to be honest.
Anybody that put in a super chat could pick who they wanted to drink or make us all drink. I'll pick a word. Let's go with the Laura. We're going to be saying that a lot. Oh, our nurse is leaving. Let me sign her out. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Monday. I'm not going to have a nurse this whole weekend. Well, nighttime I got a nurse, but on Saturday. But I don't have any nurses for the daytime, so I can't leave. I can't get away. I can't do nothing. But let me see. What we're going to start this with. You talk and let me finish this.
I'm a little preoccupied feeding someone over here. I can pull up the comments. As far as tonight, you can start off with the mom update, and then we can get into some discussion topics. There is a few things that are coming up. One impromptu thing that is going to be kind of ridiculous, real fast here, but we're going to make it happen. I'll have more details on it this weekend, but I can at least tell you guys what it's about.
Sue Ann says, Josh, I posted $100 to the GoFundMe. Aw, thank you, Sue Ann. I appreciate that. It's actually doing better than I thought. We're up to like, what was it, 1,800 last time I looked. It's got to be around $2,000 now at least.
He doesn't want your orange, baby.
Hi, honey. You eat it. So it's steadily growing. And, we haven't even advertised it yet or pushed it or nothing. It's just between the people that knew about it. So thank you guys for that. It's a big step in the right direction here.
So her favorite thing to do, which is why she was just doing that, she eats one thing and then she hands one to the dog.
Aw, you share your food with the dog?
She's trying to share it with you.
I'll take it. Oh, that's slippery. Oh. Thank you.
We're going to take this off.
All right.
That was messy. We're good to go. Let's get you some toys. But yeah, like I was saying, I can at least share with you guys what it was, and then you guys can watch the videos on it in the weeks to come.
Gotcha. Sue Ann said that $100 was for that sandwich. I'll see. And by us, I mean me, because it was supposed to be you.
I ate it, and then you ate the other side.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I just remember almost dying after that.
The Frontosa tank is still here. It's still
Yes.
going. I'm still trying to pull up this chat here. Give me a second.
All right, well, the GoFundMe is at $19.50.
Nice.
So,
all right,
it's doing good.
I got my questions up.
Okay. All right, let me see here. I can't see nothing. I need glasses, Josh.
Yeah, you got going in.
I've got an 80-inch TV here, and I've got the writing all the way up high to where it's like maybe what's that? Each word is like an inch high. Still can't read it. More than that. Hey, honey. Aw, thank you.
So it's playtime.
So let's move on to the Tracy update. We always like to keep that at the beginning. Sometimes we get carried away and it ain't at the beginning. So let me see. This week here we've gotten, okay, this is a nurse schedule. Let me get my phone. Where's my phone? I lost my phone. Okay.
Behind your cup.
Oh, there it is. The nurse's schedule now, I've got Bonnie Monday through Friday, and she does 10 hours. So that is 8 in the morning to 6 at night. And that's Monday, Tuesday. Well, right now she don't do Thursdays. Thursdays I have no nurse, but she is changing it. She's going to do 8 hours Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then 10 hours Thursday and Friday. And that way we'll have one nurse every day of the week during the week. I've got Robin on Saturday nights for a 12-hour shift, which is great. I need somebody on Friday nights for a 12-hour shift, but we just got this nurse, Miriam. She's working 8-hour shifts. But if I have to go away for the weekend to one of these fish conventions, she said she would come in at midnight and work until 8 in the morning. That way the next nurse would be there and I could, it'd be fine. I just couldn't leave any sooner than midnight when she gets here. So we've got that worked out. Now, Miriam works Thursday and Friday nights, and then Sunday and Monday nights, which I really don't need. But they took all the excess hours. I had 112 hours a week. So right now there's 24 hours left, and that's for one nurse to be hired for 12-hour Saturday, 12-hour Sunday. Once that happens, once we find that nurse that fits that schedule, I'm good from Friday at midnight until Sunday at 8 o'clock. I can go to any fish convention I want. Or, go do what I want, I guess. I don't know what that's like. So the main thing is Bonnie, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. As long as I'm home by 4 o'clock, I can leave at 8 in the morning and be gone. But see, the problem is I'm up all night usually watching Tracy. So I sleep from 8 until 11:30 every morning. And, now with getting a night nurse in for 8 hours, it's nice. I can sleep then and I can leave during the day. But, man, it's messing with my schedule, changing when I sleep. It's like this week I'm on day shifts. This week or the weekend I'm on day shifts. During the week on 3 nights of the week I'm on full night shift. And then, the other 4 nights a week I'm on half a night shift. It's just crazy. So my body don't know when to sleep. I just get sleep when I can now. But it is getting easier because I was working, let's face it, I was working 168 hours a week. And that was crazy. But then I got it down to 120. And now we're down to where I'm working 80 hours a week, which is, that feels like, I hear people complaining about working two jobs, but I'm telling you, 80 hours a week feels like a big break to me, I guess. I don't mean to belittle anybody's work ethic or anything like that. And I don't mean to put anybody's work down. I'm just saying, I've been so just strung out with this work thing that, 80 hours seems like a walk in the park, It's getting nicer. So now when we get the other 24 in, I'll be working 56 hours a week. Boom. And then we're going to have, 7 days a week filled in. And I can get away for weekends, which would be nice. So as far as Tracy herself, the wound nurse came by like a week ago and said that her little scar on the side is healing up great. That one nurse that worked here 2 nights and got fired, she put something called a Dobie pad or something like that. It was a type of really sticky bandage on that wound. So it was a burn wound from stomach acids, where the port on the tube going to her stomach, there's a medical port, and then there's the feeding port. Well, the medical port had popped open when Tracy coughed, and then her stomach acids had came out. So she sat there for like an hour and a half with stomach acids creeping down her side, and we didn't see it. And it wasn't a lot, but it was enough to burn her on her side right here. So we just got the skin to heal back over it, and the skin just closed up. The nurse was all happy, and we're putting these pads on there with this cream. I forget what it's called, but it's in there. And it was healing up great. And then that nurse that came in and got fired, she put that thing on there and it stuck the whole way. It was stickiness the whole way. So when the next nurse pulled it off, she was mad. Bonnie came in and said, "Who put a duoderm?" That's what it's called. "Who put a duoderm on her?" And I'm like, the nurse that was here yesterday, and she was mad. And she took her time and tried peeling it off ever so slowly. 3 patches about the size of my pinky of skin pulled off, one in the middle and one on each side. And, the wound nurse came and said, "Okay, yeah, that was wrong. Any nurse would know better than to put a duoderm on a burn, blah, 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 this and that." Well, 3 days later, all the rest of the skin had fallen off. It sloughed off, So now it was back to the whole wound being bare open with no skin on it. So we're back to, doing the wound patch and the stuff. And now yesterday, I just noticed that there's a whole gray film over it, meaning first layer of skin is over the whole burn. So she's healed up quickly from that, and she's got her skin back. So now we just got to make sure it don't get messed with and hurt, and she'll be healed up before you know it. You know, all the new nurses that have been here have been, talking about, how many bed sores she had. She has a worse side, a better side. She ain't had one bed sore in the 3 years, 2.5 years she's been home. She's not one. So that just goes to show. And I'm not a caregiver. I'm not a nursing type person. I'm a guy, and I'm taking care of her, and she didn't get no bed sores. That shows you how blatantly lame they're getting taken care of in these nursing homes. Because Tracy was there for 10 days, and she went septic in that 10 days. She lost 10 pounds, and she went down to 91 from 101. And how do you lose 10 pounds in 10 days? By not feeding at all, So she had dried up, turned septic, and had this big pressure wound on her back, and it swelled up. It was like an inch thick of black necrotic skin. How do you get that? By not turning her at all. You know what I'm saying? So she got put into the nursing home where no one took care of her. She just laid there for 10 days. So I don't know. She had rashes all over her legs from them not changing the diapers. It was horrible. She turned septic, and they put her into Cleveland Clinic Hospital, where they gave her the same food, and she started gaining weight immediately and was getting better instantly. So that's why I fought so hard to get her home out of the nursing homes, because just screw them, And they wouldn't let me see her because it was during the COVID. I could not go in. So if I'd have been there, like in this other place, Regency Hospital, I was allowed there before COVID. And I'd go in there every day, and I'm like, no one's wiping her up. She had, spit coming out of her mouth and down her side. I'd wipe that off. I'd wipe her hands behind her knees. I'd wipe her feet down. I'd do range of motion for her and that kind of stuff. And then I'd read to her all the letters you guys had sent her and stuff. And, she was doing okay there, but I was able to see her every day. Once I wasn't allowed to see her no more, I can't, what do you call it? I can't monitor her, and they just did terrible. The place is called Avon Place in Avon, Ohio. Never send your loved ones there. Never. And I'll say that online to everybody. Thousands of millions of people, I don't care. Never send your people to Avon Place. It's horrible. Okay, so let's move on. So she's got the one sore, and that's it. And that's been there, since that one nurse, Mara, was here. She didn't catch it, didn't see it. But it's been healing up, and it got smaller, and now we have a little setback because of the new nurse that came in. I think what they're doing is hiring the elderly people to come in and then take like online courses to become a nurse, and then sending them to us. Because this nurse didn't know nothing. She was just like, she couldn't change her. I had to teach her how to change her. You lift her leg, use her knee to roll her over, and then you do this side. Then you roll it over back, do that side. I mean, she couldn't move Richie. She couldn't move Tracy, and she couldn't, change her. She didn't know nothing about any of the machines. So I don't know where she was nursing, but she only worked out 2 days. First day she was okay, and I was going to work with her, and then the second day she freaked out. She called everybody, and doctors, and got everybody in an uproar, and it was just crazy. So her company fired her because she refused to work on the computer. They wanted her to stop writing on paper and work on the computer, and they gave her the program and the computer here. She was like, she was so flustered that second day she was here. She hated the computer. She don't want to do it. She argued with her boss. She's not going to do it. She's going to go back to paperwork. I mean, so they fired her over that, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Not a problem.
So let me see. Now, we've got her in there. She's gotten into a routine. When I go in there and talk to her now, she just looks at me, and she's content and, sort of happy type thing. And I tell her all the time, I'm doing this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to feed you now. I give her a kiss on her forehead, and, I pat her tummy, telling her she's getting her lunch or her dinner or whatever. And she just watches me, so she's like a baby before baby can talk. she just watches me now, and it's great. I love seeing her alert where she can see me. You know, sometimes you go in there and she's not alert at all. She's just staring off in space, you know, and no matter what you say or what you do, she don't look at you. You know, that's what I don't like seeing. I like seeing her being alert and she's making progress. You know, I mean, this has taken an awful long time. It's been 2.5 years now. She was in a coma for the first year. So it's actually been 3 years, but she spent the first 6 months or 7 months in the hospital, then the Regency Hospital, which is a halfway between. It's a nursing home with an NICU, and then she went into the nursing homes, and then I got her home. So it was like 7 months she spent in there, and then she's been home 2.5 years. So I mean, it's 3 years it's been happening. You know, she's better now than she ever was before. She's still progressing. But, you know, she was doing a million times better than the doctor that said, pull the plug. She'll never come out of this, you know. She'll never come off of these first 8 machines, which she worked off of in the first week. She was off 7 of them, you know. I wanted to wring that doctor's neck. He tried talking us into pulling that plug. Oh, my God. Now, if I go in there and pull the plug, she'll just start looking around, you know. All it is moist air to keep her lungs moist. Because usually, as us people, we're breathing in through our nose or our mouth, and it gets moist air and warms up and goes into your lungs. Well, with her, with a hole in her neck, it's just cold, dry air going into her lungs. She'll get what you call mucus plugs. The mucus in her lungs will dry up and plug different ventricles, you know. So we don't want that. So all we do is we pump in a little bit of steam or mist. It's not even steam. It's like a moist air, like, oh, you know, vaporizers you put in at nighttime, you know, if it's too dry, you put an air vaporizer in there and you fill it with water. It's like one of those, but it has a hose that goes directly to her thing. So if we pulled that, she would eventually die because she lack of oxygen, because she built up mucus plugs in her lungs. But there's no, if you pull the plug now, it's murder. It's not, you know, the pulling the plug like, you know, there's some jackass said online, you know, why don't you just put her out of her misery? Well, she's being well taken care of, and there's no plug to pull. You know what I'm saying? I love her, and I want to give her every chance to come back. I don't care if it takes 10 years. You know, some people say it's not good to live a life like that. Well, you know what? She's always got TV on. She's always got somebody here talking to her. She's just, you know, she sleeps at night. She's awake during the day. You know, she gets exercise. We try and keep her something busy around her at all times, whether it's the TV or radio and listening to tunes or something. Oh, goodness. You okay? That was a tough one, huh? There you go. All better now. So, you have a baby, you're going to take care of that baby. You're going to feed it. You're going to change his diaper. That's where I see Tracy as. She's turning 3 years old now. You know, she did die, and you know, she was brought back, and you know, I don't know. She's still. I kiss her on her forehead all the time, and I love when she pays attention to me. She's still a sweetheart. You know, give her time. That's all I'm doing. Is giving her time.
Oh, I smelled pizza finally. She figured out how to get the pizza out of the box that she was burning in the
Who?
kitchen. Skylar, she turned it on.
I fixed it. I almost set the house on fire though.
What are you doing?
Pizza box in the
There,
oven.
we forgot to take the pizza box out of the
What's
oven.
this wee stuff? I didn't turn on no oven.
No, I didn't turn the oven on, but remember you're like, oh, I gotta take the pizza box out.
You turned the oven on to burn the pizza box. Of course, you did.
I know, I noticed the pizza box about 5 minutes in.
After you turned the oven on.
Yeah, after.
Okay, so there's no we. You turned the oven
No,
on. You didn't check the oven.
We forgot to take the pizza box out.
Go away.
And so the house almost. I got it fixed. Everything's under
Stop.
control.
Bye.
But there was almost
Bye.
a fire.
Bye.
3 times okay, though.
Wow. Okay, so I guess that would be good enough for the Tracy update. It's what I can do. We gotta get one more nurse for 2 more days, and we're set. We're done, and then we'll have a whole life here, huh? We'll have our life back. Tracy would be taking. I see that the nurses take care of Tracy better than me. I do the bare minimal to take care of her because I was doing it for 24 hours a day. They come in and they're all fresh and they work for their 8 hours or whatever, and and they do more things. You know, like they'll spend more time doing the range of motion. You know, Bonnie gets her out of the bed a couple times a day and puts her in front of the TV in her chair and stuff. Where she's, you know, getting really good at holding her head, you know, solidly up. Before she would hold her head up and, you know, it'd be off to the side or something. Now she's sitting there like this watching TV, you know. So I mean, she's getting better at everything. It's just taken a long time. So, well, that was it for the Tracy update. I can't think of anything else. That's it. Hope you guys liked it, and let's move on with this.
As you guys can see, Laura is getting bigger, and she is turning
into
into
everything. Terror.
Yeah, a little toddler into everything. Right now, she wants to get up on the table. She said, "No, I'm on the table."
I haven't seen her. It's been a week and a half or something, almost 2 weeks. And Josh brought her over today, and he comes walking out. I'm like, "Hi, Joshy," and I see that he's got the baby with him. So I start walking over there, and she's like, "I'm like, oh, you miss Grandpa? Come here." I hold her. You're just so precious. Love you. So, all right, let's get to answering some questions.
Here, you want the shark? Shark's gonna eat you.
SWAT member 187 says, "What's the best fish to put in a 75-gallon tank?"
A wet one.
That is such a loaded question because I can tell you what I like, you might not like. Someone else can tell you what they like, you won't like. It's what you like. Go to the pet stores, find out what you like, and then see how big they will grow. Well, you can't have this one that you like because he'll get, 4 foot long. You can't have that in a 75-gallon tank. But this one here will only get 8 inches, and he's awesome. Can you put others in with them? You got to ask these questions. You can ask us, you can ask them, and that kind of stuff. If you ask anybody at pet stores, always verify it with somebody else online with us or something, because a lot of times they don't really know and they just tell you a crock. Joanne says, "Rich, it looked like you had fun on the boat." Yes, I had a blast. We took Ronnie out for a while, and then took Skylar's brother out, and then he left, and Ronnie got back on the boat, and we had a good time, and it was fun. I like hanging out with Ronnie. He's fun. He says some off the wall things and keeps me laughing. I've known Ronnie since high school back here in North Royalton. We hung out together in 11th and 12th grade, and he went on his way, I went on my way, and we didn't see each other for 10, 15 years or something like that. And then I saw him like once every 5 or 6 years, and he lives in California, so he comes in once every year or other year. And while he's in visiting family, he always looks me up. This time we were able to go out on the boat, which was nice.
What up, Will Star?
What's up, Will Star?
Oh. All right, so you guys are probably wondering that whole bit I was talking about. Well, I got contacted yesterday. A random person reached out that used to work for an aquarium. You guys might remember the story of the sequest in Georgia that shut down. It turned out to be a whole fiasco. We ended up not going on the rescue. The Georgia Aquarium came in and took the fish.
Yeah.
Well, now the sequest in Connecticut is shutting down, and someone has.
Remember when we donated fish to them? People were like, "Don't donate fish to them. They're terrible." And now you've got a bunch of sequest aquariums closing down.
Yeah, well, long story short, can't have her screaming. There you go.
Put them on, honey. These are my Harley glasses. Where's the other arm?
It was already broken. I gave it to her. That's why I gave it to her. So yeah, long story short, the sequest in Connecticut is now shutting its doors. And I was contacted about an albino wallaby, and
well, not only that, fish too, and
well, no, I was just contacted about
okay.
the wallaby, So I sent a message out to him like, hey, I'll gladly come and rescue it. Give me the details, and we'll go from there. Turns out they're not trying to have it rescued. They want to sell it. But Brian's new COO is the former COO of Sequest. So he got on the phone with them. What fish are you getting rid of? They were getting rid of one fish, and that was it. The rest of them went to their New Jersey location.
Okay.
But that one fish is a 5-foot arapaima.
Hey, you.
This has been her whole week.
So now we're working with Brian to try and go pick up this 5-foot arapaima for him, and getting this trip together because we just got back from the east side, so and it's all the way back by predatory fins over there. So we're working on that and going to work it out with Brian. We're going to make the trip back. We might pick up this wallaby. Who knows? We'll just see how things work out by the time we get there. Because every time we make plans, by the time we get there 2 weeks later, oh, well, someone came by and we sold this and we sold that. Everything's changed. So it's just rough to make plans like this, but we're trying. We're working it out. We're going to make another trip back east in the next couple of weeks here. Reaper's down in Kentucky at the Mammoth Cave Aquarium Expo representing Ohio Fish Rescue this weekend. Reaper went, John went, I think his wife and kid went. I don't know who all went, but he's talking, 4 or 5 people going with him and stuff. So they're down there having fun. Actually, they're going to call us tomorrow and do a live stream for the middle of the the middle of the fish convention. They're going to set us up on stage and have a projector, and he's going to call and do a live stream and have me projected to the projector. So we're going to do that for him and help him out from where I am here. It's a good show. You guys should check it out. It's at the Mammoth Cave Aquarium Expo. Look it up online. It's a fish and reptile expo. So there's lots of things going on there. I mean, 2 years ago when I was there, we had, he gave us like a whole wall, and we had our tables out there and all of our stuff. Well, I took my Nerf guns. I got these Nerf to shoot these like 1-inch foam balls, and we took like 4 or 5 guns, and we were letting all the kids shoot at us, and we'd run against the wall back here. Oh my God, these kids, and then family members, and then fish followers. Everybody was having a blast shooting at us. It was a good time. You okay, Josh?
Yeah.
So I like going to that show. He sets us up with a hotel and gives us gas money and buys us dinner while we're there and takes care of lunch and everything. So I like that show. That was a nice show, and it's more informal. It's not this. I like the Aquashella shows. They eliminated Chicago. I don't like that. I like the Chicago show, but they eliminated, and now they're doing the Florida show, and then they're doing the Dallas show.
Chicago's back
next year, though. Yes, they're bringing it back, but it's right now this year they're not having a Chicago show, and that's pretty close to me. It's 5.5 hours, and we drive up there. Honey, you gotta stop with the screaming. You gotta stop. Cute little thing. And then what else shows? I don't know. I'm drawing blank right now, but if I get the nurses for the weekends, I'll be able to start going back to all these shows. And that was one of my main things. Me and Tracy would go to these shows and have a blast, and it was just awesome. The people you meet. That's where I met Brett Raymer from Tank. He sat next to me the whole time, and then we went out to dinner and stuff like that. And I meet so many cool people this way, and I love the shows. I miss them. I actually miss them. I want to get back to going to them.
Garcia Aquatics, $5 says hello from West Palm Beach, Florida. # Team Tracy. Sometime next year, I'll be heading your way.
Nice.
Well, you let us know when, but. All right. So next week, you guys will have a video coming out, and it's kind of a doozy because it's unexplainable right now.
What's it?
The problem about that.
You just loud, ain't you? What you got? figure.
She's at this phase where she wants what she wants when she
Right.
wants it. She
You
figured
like that?
out she can screw.
She don't know what to think of that. So, all right, let's see what else we got here.
Mr. Woody's job, would you be open to looking after more amphibians? Depends on what it is. If it's something cool and exciting, I possibly keep it here. If it's something else, I'll gladly take it in and rehome it. But I have to be very cautious on what we have here. We got to make sure that we can provide the proper enclosure for them so that they can be happy.
That's the only reason we got rid of the tortoises, because I love them. I love them tortoises. Hey, you, hey. That little smile on you. Hey, what are you doing?
She's playing. Getting tired too. Everyone's saying something about the ads.
There's ads?
We can't do nothing about the ads. That is totally up to YouTube.
I didn't put any ads on.
Yeah, no, it's YouTube doing it. Oh man.
Sue Ann says there's been a lot of fishy questions. If you go back and look, I didn't see any, so I noticed the one, or I addressed the ones I saw. Daniel Tracy Ann says, does the lure ever fake cough for attention? My son does that all the time. That's sneaky.
No, she'll only do it to try and like copy us.
There you go.
If like mom's coughing or I'm coughing, she'll start coughing. Then you'll look at her and she'll be like, yeah.
She wants back. You just went to dad.
Lori's asking if I have any tanks at my house. I just have one. There is a 30-gallon or 35-gallon, and it just has some smaller community fish in it for Laura and some small community puffer fish.
The rescue is not part of Josh's house. Would you stop it, you little shit? What's the matter?
What are you doing?
This is what's great about being a grandpa. You deal with her. Dad?
Yeah, I think that's funny.
All right, I'll go back through these things if you keep talking.
UV light to use or no? If so, how long of hours should it be running for? That is different with each tank and pond. If I say that they shouldn't be used, it's not really true. On smaller tanks, they do work great. On large systems like ours, there's really not a need for it. The amount that we would have to put in for UV lights is astronomical for it to have an impact. Plus, we're constantly with the drip system, so it's not really that beneficial for us. But on smaller tanks, it does wonderful. I usually run 24 hours a day.
Allison Berry says something that brings up a question to me. She says, seriously, YouTube, updates or ads during the Tracy update? Now, when you get an ad, does it take over? Like if it cuts off a word that I'm saying, does it start back up right where I left off?
Yeah, it should.
Or does it skip? You didn't get to hear a bunch of stuff.
Should start back, but it is a little bit annoying. And
Joanne says, you're a loving husband, Rich. It makes a big difference. It's just simple caring. You do it for your kids. That's what I see her as a kid now. There's no one going to take care of her. I got to, and there's no question about it. You got to get up and start doing it. That's all there is to it,
Well, she took my phone, so you got questions. You got it? She wants your attention. She wants it now. All right, so I've also been working on a few other things out there in the fish room and whatnot. We've got the globe tank, that thing that's been a cesspool for the last couple months. It's just had string algae all over it, nasty, and no fish have been in it. You just gonna
Is she
throw my
throwing
phone?
your phone? That's not a game you want to play with her.
She said, "Oops."
Here, you can throw this.
I said, "No, drink it."
There you go.
Nope.
She threw it. Oh,
Start coughing and mocking Grandpa now. But yeah, I've been working on that globe tank out there. I've got a new plan for it. I upped the amount of flow going into it, so it should negate the effect of the small surface area because it has more pass through. Before I was just using an airline hose. Now I am using a half-inch hose with a small valve on it, so it's a lot more water passing through. And to the monster pond.
hey, you. Hey, give her that.
No.
Oh, you know what? I'd like to address something. Some idiots on the internet. Let me tell you. Now, we love our fishy family. We love you guys. You're always there for us. But the new people coming on YouTube and stuff like that, they saw me and Skylar out on the boat, and they're like, "Who's Skylar to Rich?" And you know, someone put on there, "That's just his friend," and someone put on there, "She's a volunteer," whatever. And you know, and other people are like, someone said it was ridiculous. Rich is a grown man. He can do what he wants, but I wish he'd stop putting his little girlfriend on the internet. Well, she's not my girlfriend. I address that. I'm like, you know, you guys take the most ridiculous and best intentions and turn it just ignorant on the internet. You know? Stop. She's a volunteer, just like Kathy, just like Jerry. You know, all three of them do a great job here. They work their butts off here. You know, Skylar takes care of the inside of the house. She does the kitchen. She does the floors. She does the counters in the kitchen. She does the vacuuming inside. Kathy takes care of all the weeding, which Reaper don't have to do no more. She takes care of, she goes and picks up the fish from the fish market for us. She feeds the tortoises. She's been taking care of that dog. She does a lot around here. And then she does the deep cleaning. Like if she's got nothing to do, she'll come in here and she'll take every piece of glass knickknack out of the cabinets and Windex everything, all the mirrors, all the glass, and then clean the glass and put everything back in nice and clean. You know, last week she went through and took out all the cups out of the cupboard that were glass, and I have them in a glass see-through cupboard door. She took them all out, cleaned them up, and made everything sparkly. That's a great thing. Skylar don't do that. Skylar cleans, you know, but she don't deep clean. So between the two of them, it works out great, you know. And then Jerry, he takes over the whole fish room. All the work I was doing out there, he's doing. You know, he's not doing it as much as I did. He don't clean the tanks like I did, but he is taking over out there and running things to where I could be in here watching Tracy. So, you know, between the three of them, I say they all need medals. They don't need to be accused of doing Rich or Rich being pervy or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Skylar, she can be ditzy, but she is very caring and helps a lot. You know, she even helps me with Tracy. Like last week after the live stream, I had gotten too drunk during the live stream. She let me sleep for 2 hours, and she stayed in here and watched Tracy. Woke me up, and I had a little nap. I was fine the rest of the night. You know, I worked all night long, and then I got to sleep in the morning. That was awful nice of her. I didn't ask her for that. You know, she just saw me nodding off, and she let me sleep. And she took my phone and turned it off, and my phone is my Bible. That's how I watch Tracy. You know, every 2 hours the alarm goes off, and if her alarms go off, you know, that wakes me up. But if her alarms never go off and she's doing good, I have to wake up at least every 2 hours and you know, move her, reposition her, stuff like that. suction her out, and make her good for another hour or so, 2 hours. So to be accused of doing an old man and all this crazy stuff, you guys, not our followers, but these new people, they just got to stop that. That's crazy. They need to be praised for what they're doing here. Yeah, I am giving them free room and board to help out here. So they're working for their room and board. But still, I think they should be praised and given medals for helping out. I'm paying almost the same bills with or without them. So having them here, for one, I can't stand being alone. And when Josh moved out, I was in this 8,200 square foot home all by myself. And it was crazy. And Tracy wasn't here to help me. Tracy was laying there, and I had to, take care of her on top of being here alone. So it was a godsend for them to come in and move in and help out. And it helped out their situations. Kathy, her landlord raised her rent a few $100 a month. And instead of paying it and going without, she moved in here, and now she's saving money, and all she got to do is help out here. And she does that. She does that without me yelling at her. I've never had to yell at Kathy. Now, there has been some bickering between the girls, and they both come to me, and I'm like, stop. Hey, what's wrong? And then there was bickering between Jerry and Skylar, and then, Skylar and Kathy, and then Kathy and Jerry. And I'm like, look, we're all adults. We need to get along. There should be no disrespect. Just sit here, handle it like adults. I sat them all down at the table. We need to get along. Otherwise, somebody's got to go. Whoever's causing the problems, so just stop. And now, we seem to have, Jerry's been here like 10 months. Kathy's been here like 2 months, 3 months, and Skylar been here like 8, 9 months. And everybody seems to be getting along now. It was a clash when somebody new would move in, because the person that thought they were in charge wasn't in charge, So they all found their pecking order, and everything's working out good. But they should not be chastised like that, Skylar, she sleeps more than anybody I know, but when she's awake, she does help out, All right, let me read some more. Daniel Tracy Ann says, do you think Tracy will ever wake up? I don't know. I see, these cases all over. Everybody sends me these links of this guy waking up after, 6 years of being in a coma. This person in the same situation as Tracy, woke up after 4 years. This person woke up after 10 years. I don't know. But what I do know is it seems to me like she's a baby being born, and it's slow development, because there was a part of her brain that got, destroyed, lack of oxygen. So now the doctor said it can't compare itself, but I've read so many things of how the synapses make different paths. They can't never use the same path that was there before. So she'll never wake up and be 100% Tracy again. But she'll wake up and she'll be, like, and then she'll go from there. And next thing you know, she'll be walking. Next thing you know, she'll be talking better, So she is going to wake up like childish if she comes to, I'm prepared for that fight. But no one can say, they say that once they come up and they hit a plateau, that's about as far as they're going. Tracy's never hit a plateau yet, so she still does new things. Every month she's doing something new. So, I'm just going to keep working with her and giving her time, making her as comfortable as possible in the meantime. That's the best I can do. Do I think she'll wake up? I sure hope so. I miss the shit out of her. She was such a, she was my ex-wife for a reason, but we've been together for 35 years, and she was such a cutie, a little sweetheart. Everybody loved her, and I used to get mad because I'm the good guy. I'm the good guy. I'm the one that raised the kids. I'm the one that did this. I'm the one that took care of the bills. I'm the one that worked and made more money than her. I'm the one, and then everybody loved her. I'm like, I just wanted to tell everybody what mean, evil things she did when we got married, and then she grew up, and all she wanted for the last, 15, 18 years was to be remarried to me. So, she was such a if I'd have known she was going to die, I would have just married her and lived the last 15 years or so in marital bliss. She was such a sweetheart to me. You know, she treated me so good, and she took my anger. I was mad about the past, you know, and I don't know. I should have just, if I'd have known she was going to pass, and just let the past go, and been happily married with her, you know. But the fact is, she turned into such a sweetheart of a woman that everybody that came over here just fell in love with her. You know, just everybody loved her. It kind of made me mad. You know, trying to, I don't know.
All right, we got two different people kind of asking the same question. One about
Okay.
a tire track, one about a zigzag eel. They're both in the same family. They both require the same care. You want to make sure your lids are tight, that they cannot slip out in a little crack in the lid.
Oh, they will. If there's a little slice, you don't think they'll fit? They'll fit.
And as far as food, when they are small, you can do small worms or little pieces of cut fish, but the object is to get them to eat as much as they can. That they will grow a lot, and you won't have to worry. A lot of people put these little eels in their tanks, and then they hide and they don't come out and eat. Well, in that case, you know, you kind of give them a hide right in front of the spot that they feed, where they come right out and get some food. I'm gonna take her home.
Okay.
She needs a nap.
Grab Skylar for me, will you? She might be in a room or out back. Thank you.
So sorry, guys, but duty calls.
You coming back?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Put her
Okay.
down for a nap. She's might be down
Okay.
for a good night. Clean up the mess here, though.
Nelson Berry agreed with me. Pulling the plug would be murder at this point. Exactly. I'm way back in the messages. I'm trying to see them all. Good evening from South Africa. Well, good evening, Fish Addict. Yeah, everybody's on Skylar for not checking the oven. I asked her, and she's like, "No, we forgot. No, we didn't forget." Mr. Woody, thank you. I appreciate that. Kelly Lee says, "Bye, Skylar. You be fooling around." I love it. Joanna Nell says, "Great up, Tracy update, Rich." All right, I'm back to there have been quite a few fishy questions. If you go back and look, I went all the way from the beginning.
So I've been thinking about this.
What's
I
that?
think we need to swap or get this add in plugged in to where I can live stream from my house. To where
Let's get that fixed. I need you to come over here and work on the computer with me. We can do it together, you know. But you're just never here, and I'm always doing something. And then by the time you get here, I need to, you know, lay down. I'm tired. You know, I've worked all day and didn't get my morning sleep or something, you know. And I got to lay down because the night nurse don't come until 11 o'clock. So
You're thinking about getting one iPad. Why don't you get two iPads so that way you can use the iPad to help you stream up there instead of your computer?
you pass.
Yeah.
I'll turn with you.
You can get two iPads.
All right, guys. I will see you all next week.
Take care, Joshy. Bye, Laura. Love you both.
See you guys.
All right. So now, ooh, everybody got on you for that oven thing, and you tried to blame me.
Okay, so I found this. So I made the croutons, right?
Right.
Some of them were a little burnt. I figured out
That's
the
not
secret.
that's not the word on the fishy
I
questions.
know. I didn't check the oven beforehand. That's
Stop.
correct.
We're on the fishy questions. So let's answer questions. And I even said nice things about you behind your back.
I was listening for a
Oh,
little
you
bit.
heard? Okay.
You were a little bit nice.
I was a little bit nice. I said that you, Kathy, and Jerry deserve
Yeah, you're
medals.
about 65% nice.
I was 150% nice.
You're 50% nice. Oh
You know
my
what?
God.
I'm going to do this by myself. You go now.
I don't
You
know
go.
what I would do without Skylar living here. My life would be in total chaos. I have a
You're
freaking cat
never going to
here.
hear this.
I have a freaking cat here. I don't know how to take care of the cat. Oh my God.
Okay, listen. What you're doing is a lot of this. What I want to hear is this.
What I want to hear is 150%.
No, never.
Oh, where are you at? You're at Kathy where she said bye, Josh. Oh, this is when you're gonna like John's underscore vlog.
You highlight them and I will read them. This is your job.
Okay, give me the remote then.
I am still coming from here. You can highlight them on your phone. Highlight them on your phone and hit them.
I can't. I lost it.
Hawkman for life says, love the father-son working together. I work with my dad also. Yeah, you know what? If there's respect there, you know, like my dad threw me out when I was 15. I didn't talk to him for years. I really didn't like him much, you know. I couldn't imagine throwing my kids out at 15. They're children. They're kids at that point. I know they think they're grown up, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? You need to teach them a whole lot more. Josh stayed with me until he was 26, and he got to finish college, started job as an engineer, and then found his girlfriend that's going to be his wife, and then moved out with her. You know, I didn't even want him to move. You know, we get along great, and we work together to build this, you know, fish rescue. So, you know, I didn't even want him to move. There's enough room here, you know, but you know that he's got his life to live, and they're doing great. Yeah. So I get that. Marie Dean says happy birthday to Skylar yesterday. All right. Hey, Raheem's here. Says hi, Big Rich and Skylar. Jim Sheasley, he says, what are the times for the sale? I have to work that day, but still want to come out and stock up. Jim, if you want to help out during the week, all this week, we're taking in volunteers to help, you know, label everything, you know, or not label it, but price everything, get the stuff out of the bus and put it out for sale and put up more tables and just do all that. We've been setting up tanks lately. So, you know, if you want to come by during the week, you can pre-pick, you know, things you want. I'll give you that option.
Thank you for all the happy birthday comments. I appreciate it.
So now that's the Sky that we like. You're so nice and sweet like that.
You want to tell them what I asked?
When you come in here accusing me of, you know, ruining your...
No. I said it was both of us because we were both talking about it.
Both of us.
Listen, yesterday we were like...
I'm not cooking. I'm not using the stove.
Listen.
No.
It was entirely my fault.
There you go.
But we were like, oh, we have to take the pizza out. And I was like, yeah. You're going to take it out? You're like,
so you knew ahead of time, before you turned the oven on, that there's pizza.
Well, I thought you took it out already, so I didn't even check.
Why would you think like that? See, there's where, you know,
my brain was more focused on croutons and salad. I'm going to tell the people what I asked for my birthday from you. Just to sleep all day long.
Yeah, that's what she wanted for her birthday. She wanted, oh, poor me, you know, let her sleep. She don't want to do no work. Just let her sleep for the whole day long, lounge out. And I'm like, if you do that, you're going to be awake that whole night. And then you're going to... She slept for that whole 2 days.
I slept through the whole night, too.
Yeah.
John Silver says, how was the boat ride, Rich? I bet it was nice getting out.
Yeah, it was very nice. Skylar scared me a couple times.
That was the first time. What about the second?
She went and she started flooring it. And then as soon as the boat started kicking in and going, she turned it hard. And I'm like, whoa! I jerk all the way over here and it jarred my back. I'm like, whoa, stop, don't turn.
Full send, full throttle. You know what they say.
See, even Mr. Woody says, Skylar, I swear Big Rich was really nice. All right, Garcia Aquatic says, Big Rich, what's the best Frontosa tank setup? See, again, that's subjective. If you want to do a complete natural setup, find out what Frontosa you have. You know, Burundi Frontosa are at a different depth than Zaire Frontosa. The Zaire are the elusive, you know, dark blue ones. And I have 70% Zaire out there. They're from way deeper. And then they have a different background, you know, large rocks and that kind of stuff. So I should have all sand with large rocks and make it look their natural, you know, seascape. But, you know, Burundi are much more closer to the top. So, I mean, it's all what you like. You can give the fish what they're used to or what they're supposed to do in nature. Just look them up online and then take a picture of their, you know, environment and then try and recreate that. But, you know, other people will go with, I like pink flowers and, you know, a castle. If that's what you like, then go ahead. The fish really don't care. The fish, all they care about is food, having babies, having babies and food. That's all they care about.
They care about prolonging their what's it called? Their bloodlines.
Right.
That's the best way to put it. Somebody asked if I have like a fatigue syndrome. So the weird thing about me is that, okay, when I do work, I work my ass off and I work really hard for a set period of time, you know, and then I go lazy.
Look, let me show you. You take a rag, you spray something on the counter, you wipe it, and you tell me.
No, I'm saying
I worked my ass off.
Like on the 16th, the day before my birthday, right?
A day before your birthday, you did work.
Like,
you outworked anybody here. You did great.
There's periods of time where I'm saying where I just fucking work my, excuse my language, sorry. I work my absolute ass off for like, you know, a long period of time. And I get like everything I need to get done. And I knew it was going to be my birthday, so that's why I did it. So then nobody would have to clean up. And if there was a mess, I knew it wasn't me.
Amy McCluskey said, yay for glasses, Rich. You're going to look cute. Can you go in there? You know where I sit? You know, the tall counter right next to it where I have the drone? Right around there is my pair of glasses.
You looked better, and remember when you tried my glasses on? But they're broken.
You, not only that, you lost them. You gave me a pair, and then you lost them.
They're somewhere behind the hot tub. My pair broke.
Okay.
Ow.
I'm going to show you some glasses. These are my last pair of glasses, and they're not really that good. It's the wrong prescription now. My eyes went way worse.
I can see better in these than without.
This was my last pair of glasses. Let me wipe them off. I haven't worn them for a while because they make it less blurry but not crystal clear. So I have to go back to the hospital or the glass places and get another prescription and then another pair of glasses. But this is what I look like with glasses on.
That prescription's not strong enough for you, if you can see in mine. Here, look at me.
Okay, so that's what I look like with the glasses.
You look like
I look a little more educated.
You look like an old man.
Oh my God. I can actually see a little bit better. I was squinting so much you couldn't even tell my eyes were open.
Yeah, I couldn't. It literally didn't make a difference with my contacts in. If you need a stronger prescription.
Aww. Patrick O'Connor says, Rich, please give this group some advice. What it takes to be a good person in life and fish keeping. You are the ultimate role model. Thank you and keep rocking. That's like the ultimate, you know, compliment for sure. Thank you, Patrick. That's awful nice of you.
Just, give them
I can do my best Joey impression. You know, I'm just
what you want to do.
I'm just being me, you know. No, I would never do that.
You're gonna go, oh.
Yeah.
Joanne asked, Skylar, has Loki made any more big messes or has he been good? Oh my God, he made the biggest mess the other day. I left him alone.
He jumped up into. I have these curtains that Tracy picked out,
oh my
and
God.
they're real fluffy and flurry, and
That's
you know
what
you have the things and then they're tied up, and then there's the balances going across it all, poofy and they're pink, and you know, it matches her bathroom and everything that we built her. She hasn't seen yet, and he had jumped up and was clawing these things up, and the whole curtain, everything hit
He
the ground.
ripped the curtains in half.
Ripped the curtain. He shredded off about 5 foot of the fluffy part from the curtain itself. Oh, man.
Same thing. This all happened within 30 minutes. And he was mad because I feed him dry food all the time. And then
I don't get
twice
that.
a day.
I don't get that. People come up with excuses for what their pets do. Oh, my dog ate my shoe because I was at work.
This falls
I don't like that.
This falls into the story.
Go on.
So the big mess he made was with the old package of his wet food and what it's in. And he dragged it all around everywhere, getting all like the loose cartridges out everywhere just to signal to me that he wants more of the wet food. And then he took the trash out of the trash can and had that dragged out. And so I walked in and it looked like a tornado. And I was like, how the hell did you even do this in 30 minutes? Like, it didn't seem physically possible, but...
I was thanking people for the nice compliments. And then Pennsylvania Beagles comes in and says, you look 10 years older with those glasses on. We're going to take them off. I can't see for shit, but we're going to take them off.
It looked like when I wear them. Rich. A librarian. I don't see any difference with these on versus with my contacts, and this prescription is so weak. You need stronger than that. Robbie,
Allison Berry says, you look so much more sophisticated. Please take this as a compliment. See, that's what, you know, I wore the glasses.
you look more
And
sophisticated.
everybody said I looked at more, you know.
Well, you see, the problem with looking more sophisticated is when you look more sophisticated or look like you know more, generally you look older too at the same time. So it's a compliment, but...
Daniel Tracy Ann says, will you ever cut off the mullet? Have you ever been tempted? I've been tempted because right now it's about 8 inches shorter because the beginning of summer I was doing an air blower and I had the backpack air blower on and my hair got sucked into the carburetor. So instead of my hair normally when it's dry, it curls up. So it gets shorter. When it's dry, it was touching the top of my butt. Like if I was to wear a belt, it'd be covering the belt. And now it's about 8 inches shorter. Because it all got sucked into the motor and we had to cut the hair because we couldn't get it out. And it actually shut off the motor for the thing.
Well, you already have the Guinness Book of World Records, so why not just cut it?
And I got the Guinness Book of World Records with the shorter hair.
Yeah, what more do you have to achieve?
Here, let me show them. This is my hair before that accident with the air blower. Let me show you this.
But what more do you want to achieve? Why are you keeping
It don't matter. Let me go on with this story. So this is what my hair looked like. Take this and put it to the camera.
I'm gonna go grab.
When we got the front
Here, I can't tell if you can see it or not.
here, let me
That
move this. A little closer. See, that was touching my butt. And then when I got it wet, it was long enough that I could reach between my legs and pull my hair back, you know, pull my own hair. And it ain't like that now. Now it's about, you can't really see, but it's like at the bottom of my back, right where like about 2 inches above my belt, you know. So it was a lot longer. But I won the Guinness Book of World Records with the shorter hair. I kept telling them, you should have seen it when it was longer. Oh, geez. So no, I don't think I'll ever cut the mullet. Even old and gray. I mean, I started growing gray hair right in here, right? But I'm 59 years old. Look how short this hairline is. My hairline is right here. I mean, I don't have a forehead. It's right there. It's close, you know. That's why. Oh, you guys saw the video where Ron was like, "F you, Rich, F you," talking about my hair because I told him take the hat off. He's like, "No." I'm like, "Why?" His forehead had gone way back to, like, you know, his hairline's way back here, you know. And I don't know. He's funny though. Ashley Smith says we should make some more stickers. I've got thousands of them. I see. Stand up with them and let them see how long this cat is. 7 months old. He's going to be 8 soon. 7 months old. Here, I'll hold the tail out this way.
He's smelly.
Look at that cat. That's like, I don't know. That thing's huge.
I'm letting him go back to the room. He's sleeping. Baby said we gotta train him now. He actually is trained. Like if I let him down, he'll run right back to where he's supposed to run to.
And I've never seen it before and would not have believed it if I didn't see it with my own eyes. He sits and gives paw. Or shakes, she calls it. She gives him a treat and she'll hold out the treats and she tells him to sit and that cat sits. And then she tells him to, shake and he brings up his hand and he shakes with her and then he gets a treat. And anywhere you set him down in the house, he'll run right back to my bedroom. So she's trained this cat great.
At first when I told you could sit, you're like, you're drunk. What the hell are you talking about? I'm like, no, watch. And then I had him sit like 10 different times. And you were like, the cat can sit.
I've never seen a cat listen. Cats don't listen.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Let me put this back in the middle.
No, Jim Cheesley gave us $10. He said, I'll come out early this week. I got a dead fish I want to drop off. Oh, I'm sorry for your dead fish, but Jim, thanks for the $10. And
I think he's talking about the fish he picked up at a yard sale. A stuffed fish.
Oh. I was gonna say,
he's not gonna drop off a dead fish.
I don't know. Maybe he was like, "Oh, you could feed it to the fish or something." You never know.
Jim, you're the best. Thank you.
Somebody said, "No, I mean more stickers in the chat." Apparently, you can make stickers in the chat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. I didn't know you could do that.
I don't see nothing.
No, you're on.
Go to channel, pin message, record, user timeout.
It's probably in the.
All right, what about these right here? You got this. You got hearts.
Yeah, but I think you could
smiley faces. I don't know what this is.
I think
this one and then this one.
There should be an option for custom ones or something.
I don't know.
Vasquez family sent $5. Thank you, and $5 for food for your dead fish drop off.
Everyone's saying soft kitty, warm kitty. He looks like a small lion. I've said that before.
Every single one of my friends has said that. I'm like, he's gray. He's not even orange. I don't know how people get that. He does have a big mane, though.
Ashley Smith says, y'all remember to donate to the GoFundMe? I want to see that huge tank. Yeah, that's a, what was that, 14,000 gallon tank. And then with the sump we're going to put on it, it's probably going to be about 3,000 gallons, maybe 4. So that's going to be 18,000 gallons for that tank. I'll try and get it up to 20,000.
Skylar Miller also commented and said, hey, please help us with the GoFundMe so we can build this big tank.
You're Skylar Miller.
Oh, Backyard Boats also said, hey, let's get this GoFundMe.
Your backwards boats.
Backyard Boats.
Backwards boats.
No, Backyard Boats. They also said, let's get this GoFundMe started. Wow, it's crazy how just these channels that are associated with me happen to be posting these things. My this cat, Jen, does that cat visit the monster pond? Yeah, take him out by there.
See, now there's a happy face, a heart, there's a cat paws.
I think there's actual stickers you can post, like in like where you do the. We'll have to look into it after this. I know what they're talking about, but I can't put it into words. But yeah, Loki visits the monster pond. He usually stays with me on a leash or something, and if I drop him off, yeah. I said $5 for your food.
Vasquez family says, yeah, $5 for the food for your dead fish drop off. Thank you.
Suan said Skylar hasn't trained. Hell yeah, I do. I've never seen a more trained cat. He's still bad, but he's trained.
The only thing I've ever seen more trained than your cat was your last boyfriend. That's the truth.
My parents watch this, and he watches it too.
Does he? Bryce, you were well trained.
Bryce. Be nice to him.
I'm just saying, he was well trained.
Big Rich sent me a
if you woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and said, honey, I'm thirsty, can you get me a Pepsi or a Coke? Would he not go to the grocery store?
You wouldn't do it like that. No.
You're a liar.
No, you're just being dramatic. But if I was like, after he got off work or something, I was like, can you stop at the store and get me this? He would.
Of course he would.
Well, no, he wouldn't just do it randomly in the middle of the night.
Yes,
Roughneck Woman says, Big Rich, send me a sticker on the 1st. I'll pay you to sign it and I'll put it on my work truck. I drive to the rig. I do well service pulling unit. We fix pump jacks, basically.
Wow.
Give the woman a sticker.
Send me an address.
Mr. Woody 2188 says, "Is the cat a Maine Coon?" Here, go up a
Yes.
little bit. Yeah, he's a Maine Coon.
He's got his papers and just all his doctor papers and his bloodline and from the parents and all that stuff.
He's a Maine Coon. Okay, AZ posted they can get OFR merch and a GoFundMe. Speaking of which, I forgot to put my shirt on. I wasn't expecting Josh to dip out that early.
Right. Well, she was kind of giving him the,
He
a
was
little
just
bit of
an attitude.
he had an attitude. She wanted to play. She wanted everything, and she was screaming a lot. So he was getting tired of it.
Depth charge says she wasn't talking about the cat. What's that
Sebastian
mean?
Simon says backwards boats.
Wait, what's that mean? Depth
What?
charge says she wasn't talking about the cat. Or with laughing emojis. What'd I say?
I don't know what he's referring to now. It's too long ago.
You got a good pussy. Clip Squirrel says, "Man, I'm so late, but I wanted to say, hey, see you tomorrow, brother."
Oh yeah, Whipsworld's coming here tomorrow.
What's that?
Brian Mayman. He's about 6'7", biker
So
dude.
you're gonna be a little rich?
I look up at him. What's up, Brian? He got long blonde hair, always wearing like biker boots and jeans and a biker jacket,
Okay.
and he's just a big boy.
Yeah, you guys know when Brian Barczyk was here, I had no idea who the hell he was. And it took till after he left until you told me who he was, and I was like, what? It was just like, I had no idea he was even on YouTube or anything. I was like, why has he got guys with cameras here? I was just confused. I didn't know who Joey was either.
Oh, you knew who Joey was.
No,
You were starstruck.
no, that was after. I didn't know who he was until after we did the live stream with him. Because I was on the live stream with him. And then I kind of like hitting on him was a joke.
No,
I love his
you
vote.
wanted to
I
date
didn't
him.
know. I didn't know
You didn't
Tamara.
know that he
I
had
didn't know
somebody.
Tamara.
Right.
Now Tamara and I are friends. Now I feel guilty about the whole thing. And now I know Joey's personality. And so now I'm really like, what the hell was I thinking?
Stop it. He's funny as shit.
I love Joey, but
All right.
I need to drink more. I'm on you are too.
Yeah.
It's 7:15. We should.
I'm just not in the mood. I was working out back. I was building stuff and messing with that dog, and
I was with you.
I know, but I'm saying I didn't know it was time for the live stream, and I had to come running in here. And then I find out John and his girlfriend had ripped down this tapestry, and I had to put screws in. It's 5:58, and I'm standing on a chair putting screws in the wall to put up the background
We
for
need
the
something
thing.
that goes down the back that you can just press a button and it'll go doo, 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 and just automatically roll it up. Like a roll-up machine.
Yeah, what happened to Blake? Skylar,
Yeah.
Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch had just had a massive loss, losing their arapaima. Sure, he'd appreciate a new companion to the ranch. We don't have a spare arapaima. The one we're going to pick up is for Brian Barczyk opening up his legacy aquarium. So there's none spare. I can't offer him that. I've got fish I can offer him, but he didn't contact me or get a hold of me about it.
Ashley Smith said, "Girl, you better learn LOL. Make some content too. Heck, you'll get a paycheck." Actually, I have a video that I need to finish up on the boats because my channel's got backyard boats, and now we're just able to get the boats out. So I'm able to start making videos on that again. Read some fun comments here. What else did we do this week, Rich?
Went out on the boat.
Oh no, he went out of it.
No, I'm still there. It's right here.
Go back to the
23 people on.
go back to the
So, anyways, we're going to start advertising this GoFundMe and trying to get it really going. See, people don't understand. I went on the boat, and some people put on the comments on there. I thought they were broke and they were begging people for money. I don't beg people for money. I never ask for money. We did a GoFundMe to help Reaper and get his car, and then before that was the addition on the fish room, which was like 4 or 5 years ago. So I mean, I don't hardly ever put out GoFundMe's. This one here, we're trying to get taken care of and get this new fish tank. And yeah, we are putting out a GoFundMe because I feel that I haven't done it. And I don't feel like I've been, abusing my rights and begging everybody. But I do have a life. I do have a normal job, and I do, take care of my bills. But people don't understand this YouTube channel we opened up. That's also our money, mine and Josh's, because we're the ones doing the thing. And, people get paid on YouTube and they have their money spent on it. We try and cover the bills of the rescue, so it's not coming out of my house's money. I have my own properties and I get rent every month. So we're trying to have the YouTube pay for the rescue because, we don't get it in donations. Trust that.
They're not making any money off the channels, basically.
Right, and the channel's bringing in 2.3 grand right now. The bills for the rescue are 3.2, 3.3 grand.
Plus, if you need medications for
that's
the fish,
without medications and
something
stuff.
was wrong.
So, our normal bills are about, $3,300 a month. And the YouTube's bringing in $2,300 a month. And the YouTube isn't, that's still our money that we're donating to the rescue, basically. So, we're not trying to say that we're broke and please help us. I make enough money to cover my bills and I'm good, but somebody got on there and yelled at, about, getting the boat. I bought that boat to resell because it was such a great deal.
I think people don't really know how cheap boats like that are because the cost of actually taking out maintenance is so much. Boats like that generally don't cost that much.
Well, that boat would have sold for $9 grand easy.
Yeah, but still $9 grand.
So I got it for $6,500, and my idea was to wait. I'll get it now. I'll use it this summer because we're half the summer was over with. Come next summer, I'll sell it at the beginning of summer when everyone's wanting a boat. Yeah, and I'd sell it for $9 grand. She fell in love with it. She wants it, and I told her I'd sell it to her for what I got it for, and I just drive it all this summer.
But what I'm saying is, I feel like people think that, like, when you say, "Oh, like, look at this boat," they think it's going to be like $25,000-$30,000, something like that. Boats are not that expensive. They're nowhere near as expensive as you think they are. Especially if you do maintenance yourself, you're probably, including gas, if you take it out about 10, 15 times, you might spend about $500, $600 on the boat for a whole year.
Whips World says you guys are subdued tonight. I only got one drink in me. I'm getting on my second drink now. Then you'll have, Wild Ridge.
You're gonna bring the Wild Boy out? Have you seen the Jackass Wild Boys?
Working my butt off. You never see me act any crazy like that. We just get work done. You're the one to gap, and I'm like, you're talking too much. Let's get this done. And some people take it as I'm being like, not good to you or I'm being mean to you. But her and Jerry, my God, these people can talk about nothing for hours.
I have ADHD. I can't help it.
It don't matter. That's why I say, all right, stop talking. Let's go. And we get work done that way.
I'm suing you. Discrimination.
But Jerry, if you let him start talking, you can't walk away from him. He's something else. Love you, Jerry. I know you're watching, but man, you can talk, son.
Did you see where I put the mermaid? It's right next to Nigel's take, and I lit the sign.
You made me look. I really don't care where you put your doll mermaid.
Why? It looks
wow.
Like I'll show you a picture instead. It's important, Rich.
Mystic Spank says, you look like you're passing judgment on the viewers when you squint to read. The harsh judgment of Big Rich is being passed upon you. The silence while reading the ads adds to the effect. I don't mean to do that at all, people. I can see where that would...
What we really need to do is so we can...
I'm sorry. That's funny, though.
For more donations, we need, like, a board, like how they can do on Twitch. So, if, like, somebody wants to ask this question or get it answered, or if they want us to do this, it's in tiers. Josh is good with that kind of stuff. We might haven't figured that out, but I think that's a good idea.
Okay, Mr. Woody says self-funded and do absolutely amazing work. I've been watching you guys for years. See, we were the original main rescue. You know how many hundreds of them have popped up since, and how many hundreds of them were in the wrong? They were just in it for getting free fish and then putting them up for sale. We went for 5 years and never charged for any fish, and now, well, see, you got to understand. Josh also, like, if somebody would call and say, I'm closing down my entire fish room, I'll sell all my fish for this, Josh would get involved and, they'd work out a deal, and he bought their entire fish room. And then we'd have fish that we can give away, and we had fish that he could sell. So those fish were still being sold, but we ended up with the fish we really wanted for free in our collection. So that was not rescued fish, at all. So, we have sold fish, and don't mean we haven't never sold fish. We've never sold, rescue fish until recently.
You have a rehoming fee.
Yeah, it's still selling. I don't care what anyone says. It's still selling them. It's rewording it to get around a bullshit Facebook thing. Still selling them. But if you can buy an Oscar for $40, an 8-inch Oscar for $40 in the pet store, we're selling it here for $5 or $10. It's just to help us cover the gas of going and picking these animals up. We don't charge people to go and pick them up. We drive all over the country. We don't charge people for, rehoming them and stuff like that. And, if it's a rare fish, like, okay, we'll get in 3 Oscars, 2 Pacu, 3 Plecos, and a black arowana. We get 100 calls on this black arowana. Of course everyone wants it. It's a rarer fish. And then we have these things here to get rid of. And we always not get rid of, but find them a better home. And we always was able to, because of the vast people we know and the companies we work with and all that, and the people we work with. So, on those rarer fish, we started charging money for, because that's how we're getting our Reaper just went to Connecticut and back. He went to Long Island, Connecticut, and then somewhere's in Pennsylvania. It was a 9-hour drive there, 9-hour drive back. We're talking a lot of money in gas and a lot of time, and then I have to buy them their lunch or dinner or whatever. And it's a lot of cost. It cost me almost $1,000. So putting some of these fish up for sale. Here's the thing, though. We're not selling them for half of what you can get them for in the store. We're selling them for like a quarter of what you can get them for in the store. But it helps us get our money back for what we spent on the rescues. Now, all these other rescues pop up. If you got an 8-inch, Oscar, they're wanting, $35, $40 for. We'll give them away for $5, $10. As long as you give them a good home, that's all we cared about. So we are the main rescue that's been around forever and has been doing, good work and doing the best that we can. And, we've incurred lots of costs on that. And you never hear me begging for money. That's one thing I didn't want to do. Please stop. Me and Josh, we did it together as a father-son thing, So that was the main thing. Me and Richie built the Camaro together. Me and Josh built a rescue together, When I'm long gone, they're going to remember Dad about this, All right, go ahead, Scott.
I got a comment I really want to read. I think this is an important one. Ashley Smith said, y'all are very public about what y'all use the money from the nonprofit.
Right.
Don't worry about what people claim you should or shouldn't do. They have no experience. It costs money to feed them too, and you have to ensure that these fish go to someone that can afford these fish. They should pay even for a goldfish. And I think that's entirely accurate. I think, we just gotta stop paying these people attention, because they have no idea what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, there's just getting so many of them with all these new people joining YouTube and stuff, and it's like, I want to do a video just to address it all.
I think you should do that and then just stop talking about it.
No, you're gonna have to do it once every 8 months or so.
Yeah, I agree with that. Suan, $20. This is a place of real people of all aspects. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Of course, you should make money from the donation. That's why it's given to you. The money goes back one way or another. Yeah,
we don't. If we say people are donating, it's either going into the bills. See, here's the thing. Like back when we did the shack thing, we actually made like $7,000 that month. that money went straight to the rescue, paid our $3,200 in bills or whatever. And then we had some extra money. We can buy things that we normally wouldn't buy, like backgrounds or new lighting. Right now we're piecing together lighting to make it.
Oh yeah, it's sketchy.
Every light that you take is a little different than another brand's light. So we get 4 or 5 lights together and they all look sort of the same color. We can put that on a big tank. Now, if we had money out the wazoo like that, just $7,000 a month coming in, I would just.
Barczyk's place.
You really overtalk me a lot. If I had, money coming in like that, $7,000 every single month, I would just order 5 $50 lights, brand new. You can bring them in and they're all matching. And that's how we would do our lighting for the things. I'm out there, I'm cutting the power wire off of one light that the light has 17 LEDs missing out of it, and it's scattered on. So we put that light aside. I take the power supply and I wire it into this plug for this light that does work, but the power supply is bad. And I'm doing that, and we're taping it, and we're getting this light working, And then, everybody comes over. Oh, do you have a light for this tank or that tank? They walk past our LEDs and they're like, oh, I want one of these. Sorry, we can't give out our LEDs. Even if there's only one of that kind, eventually we're going to get more. We keep all the LEDs so that we can build our lighting, because lighting goes bad. And then we're having to replace it. It's terrible. Let me move this over because I keep looking off to the side. Right here, like so. And then I will look right at the camera now while talking to you guys. There you go. How's that? So lighting goes bad, and that's our biggest problem is lighting. So if we bought brand new lighting, it lasts, 4, 5, 6 years before one of them goes bad. And the worst thing is you've got 6 matching lights and then 1 or 2 goes bad. You can't just go into your pile and find one that's close to it. You have to order a brand new one that matches that, and then it's brighter than all the rest of them. We're forever having problems with lighting. So, if we were making good money with the YouTube, I would just buy the extra thing. And backgrounds. Universal Rocks backgrounds for like the 4400, 6 foot tall, 7 foot, 14 foot, 7 foot. So that's 28 foot of background, 6 foot tall. Wouldn't that be nice in there? But I can't justify spending $1,500 on a background or $2,000, whatever it is for that.
You want it looking how you'd want it to look. It'd be
beautiful.
It'd be a lot of money.
A lot of people, they set up one tank. Like Joey, he sets up one tank and he has the background. He does all this, and that's his video.
Yeah. Well,
that's great. That works for him. He makes a lot more than me. He was making $1 million a year for a long time. He makes a lot more than me, and he can afford that. I set up a tank. It's bare. We cover the background with a sheet or something that don't cost us nothing, and we make it livable for the fish. We do the best that we can do.
Ashley Smith has a question. She said, I'm surprised you don't get more sponsors. I see these other channels, and with less people get AG1 and Bikes, all kinds of crap. They don't even video, but for 2-3 seconds. Actually, I was handling that. We came up with a really good email. I actually worked with, remember when Joey was here? He helped me figure out how to, properly email him. So I have a strategy of what I'm doing now. But remember when I first started, I emailed over 100 companies. And then the companies that sometimes will come and contact you first, they're all scams. Like, how many emails did you forward to me that were just scams?
Yeah.
99% of them. So it's difficult.
But you weeded through them, and you got us the water box. Yeah. You got us the
water box and AquaL were the best.
AquaL was the 2 you brought in.
And then I got the one for the scuba tank too.
Oh, Vasquez family says bologna sandwich, good dinner.
Oh,
here's the way I like my bologna sandwiches. I take 3 pieces of bologna, I fold them in half so that they're rolled up, and I put the next one on it and the next one. You got to have lightly toasted bread with mayonnaise all over it, cheese over the bologna, and then lettuce and tomato. Salt on the tomato. Oh, man, my mouth's watering right now. Talking about a bologna sandwich. That is so good.
Why don't we grab some today? I think we're out. Oh, yeah, I got, I remember I had to, force feed myself the next day after Josh's concoction from last week. I had to, de-traumatize myself. Ready, read Sue-Ann's?
Sue-Ann, oh, you didn't. This is a place of, Sue-Ann said this. This is a place of real people in all aspects. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Of course, you should make money from the donation. That's why it's given to you. The money goes back one way or another. And this is true. Thank you, Sue-Ann. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. Crazy Cichlid said Corey from Aquarium Co-op had an issue with OFR. They said something like he doesn't like these fish rescues because he doesn't like what they stand for. I would love for him to explain why he's so against it.
Actually, we have a video. Look back in our videos. I chased him for like 2 years, and I finally caught him at one of these fish shows, and I basically set him up for failure. I went up to him while Josh was recording as like from the audience from over there, and I was wearing a mic. And I tell you what, Corey was nice. He explained his side, and I get it. You know, all these rescues are popping up, and they're trying to sell fish, and they're not really caring about it, this and that. And I've seen rescues come and go since I've started this thing. Everyone wants to try and be like us, but you know, I guess we glorify it in a manner. Look at these guys and all these tanks. They're making buku money from this. No, this has been out of my bank account. I bought all these tanks with my money. There's been no, rescue money, that's bought any of these tanks.
If you're not making much money, don't get into fish tanks.
Yeah, don't do it, because I've gotten lucky on a bunch of the bigger tanks and got them cheap. And it was a thing I was doing with my son together. So that was the main thing. So I didn't care about losing money. I'm doing this with him. This is blah, blah, blah. But, we show what we got, and people are like, oh, my God, they just opened a rescue. I'm going to do that. And then, they're in it for 3 to 6 months, and they realize how hard it is, and you don't make no money. And even with them selling their fish, they're not making money enough to survive. So they quit. And I've helped out so many rescues that have just gone under afterwards. And so, now when rescues get a hold of me and they're like, hey, I opened a rescue, I did this, I did that, I'm like, give me your YouTube. I will keep watch on you and get back a hold of you, in 6 months' time and see how you're doing. And before I put my name behind your rescue. Because I put my name behind a few rescues I thought were good, and they just went under.
Well, it's kind of the same thing. Like, okay, so like when you watch all these dog rescue videos, that are going viral, like from people that are genuinely doing good. Like if anybody watches like Taki's Shelter, a lot of people like started hurting dogs and then making fake, rescue videos for the dogs.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing is happening with the fish community, where people are just starting these YouTube channels and they're ill-equipped, they're not prepared, they don't know what they're doing, and it's causing more.
They may be a good fisherman or fish person, but then they get into this, and there's such a quarantine process and medication process that they're not used to.
Harm than good.
Yeah, sometimes.
Wasn't for you, Rich. I don't think I'd have a fish tank. I think I got all my fish up from you. But I have my beta in just like a little bowl, like the basic beta bowl. I was like, really?
Yeah, you had him in a little 1-gallon bowl. Now he's in a 16-gallon mansion.
Yeah. Well, he's been upgraded 4 times now, old Nige.
Yeah, let me see them glasses again. Someone just said I look good, and I could see. Well, I did see a little bit better. It's this squinting thing is killing me.
So it said no more dog rescues, and I agree.
I agree on that, but in the same situation, when you hear that this animal is going to be put to sleep, we can't find no one to take it. I'm like, I know millions of people. We can find it a home, and it actually bit us on our Kathy.
Well, okay, so I do have some good news. So the owners, I've been in
The
contact.
original owners of the dog.
The daughter of the original owner.
Yeah.
She's actually going to be picking up the dog tomorrow. They have a behavioralist that they are hiring to take the dog back in. Because I just was upfront with them. I was like, I don't know what to do with this dog. I've called every single rescue in the state of Ohio.
Do you know how many dog
Pennsylvania,
do you know how many
Illinois.
dog rescues said no? We can't help you.
Over 100. I called every single non-kill rescue.
I'm like, I have never turned down one rescue ever. I've never said no.
I know. How many hours was I on the phone for?
Lot.
The fact that a fish rescue is willing to take in a dog that dog rescues can't take in just blows my mind. First of all, so I told him, I was like, I don't know what to do. I can't do anything. Like we don't know what to do. Like we're at a standstill. Is there any way you could do anything at all? And then she finally agreed, and they talked to the vet, and they're going to be, so they got the behavioralist, and they're picking him up tomorrow morning. And so they're going to see how the training with the behavioralist goes. Because when we had the trainer here, he was showing great progress.
Oh, yeah. He was doing the click training.
Yeah.
He was listening. He was doing good. He wasn't being aggressive. It's just, his house, his caged in area was
He's-
his area.
He's a one-person dog, so
Yeah,
like
for sure.
here, you know, whenever I go out there, he stops barking because I spend a lot of time out there with him. He's just like, if he's in a home, he has one person that he goes to, and that one person is his person. He doesn't allow, like, he does not like you, Rich.
The dog?
Yeah.
Well, it's because I go out there and I'm the alpha male. No, seriously.
You don't
If I
like
would
it.
put my welding gloves on, now this is going to sound harsh, but if I go and put my welding gloves on because he's going to bite me, and I just grab that dog and hold him down, right? And just hold him there by his neck, by his body, and hold him there, not let him move. Eventually, I could let go of him and he'll start moving. I'll hold him again. And if I let go of him, he's going to learn that I am the boss, and then he's the secondary, right?
I treat him like a
He will sit there and stay there until I let him up. That's what he needs because he thinks he's the boss.
He's a woe is me dog. I go in there and I'm like, oh, buddy, how are you doing, you sweet little thing? And then he's all over me every time I go out there. Like, every time he barks, you're like, Skylar, get out there. Go make the dog quiet down.
Right.
He's a woe is me dog.
Aw, Mr. Woody says Ohio should be proud of what you have done with the rescue.
We got
Fuck the rest.
yeah, I agree. Bob Taylor, $10. Thank you for the $10. He said, just keep doing what you're doing. What's the GoFundMe up to? What is it up to?
Mystic Spank, 1950. Mystic
Nice.
Spank says they made friends with Rich, and he's talking about Corey at Aquarium Co-op. He knew he'd get his ass kicked if things went down, and he backed off. I made that up, but it is how I believe it would have worked. Okay, see, Corey, he's not a fighter. He's a chubby old guy with soft hands. You know what I'm saying? I've been fighting all my life. I was a bouncer for 18 years. Yeah, he would not have won, but it never needed to go there. He was actually a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? I had a reason not to like him. He's talking bad about us. But even with me going there with a mic on to capture what he says, he straight up, he's like, look, hey, nice to meet you. And he shook my hand. He goes, it was a roundabout saying I'd said about all rescues. And, I didn't know you at the time, and I've seen nothing but good things from you since. And he actually said you've lasted the test of time. And, he brought up his points, all these rescues and people not taking care of the fish or people selling the fish. And he made a lot of sense with the points he come up with. So he had a good reason for his views on the rescues. And, we shook hands and parted friends. He's a nice guy. And, I told him my points of what I've done since, and that, I didn't appreciate being lumped in with all the rest of these, pop-up rescues. And he gets it. And, we parted friends. He's a nice guy. And, I have no problems with Corey whatsoever. He's doing his thing. I was like, well, look, I'm rescuing fish that, people would sell. And, you've sold fish yourself that get too big. And he's like, oh, no. I'm like, I've looked on your thing and I've seen that you did sell plecos. Plecos will get up to 2 foot. You sold them to people. And I'm sure somebody only had 55. So, and he's like, I'm okay. I get what you're saying, blah, blah, blah. It may have happened. We're not trying to promote that kind of thing. And I'm like, well, that's the kind of stores that we need, is people that are responsible, like your store, and, so he's a good guy. Nobody need to down him. He did right, and he meant what he said when he said it, but he wasn't attacking us personally. We just got lumped in with the rest of the rescues.
Mr. Woody 21288 says hashtag Alpha Big Rich.
Well, no, I got that from watching, what's that, the dog whisperer, what was his name?
Alpha Dog Whisperer?
No, you guys know. I almost said his name, like Chico Rivera's or something like that.
Yeah, I messaged him actually about this stuff. Something like that. I forget. I have no idea. Kathy would know.
But I watched him. He had a little, it was a hot dog. What are them called?
Wiener dog.
The wiener dogs. And
Dog.
I don't know. So, and he had one that was biting,
Cheese dog?
and he went and he grabbed him, put his neck between his two fingers and had his, his paws were here, or his legs were here, his neck was here, and his body was this way, and he held him down, and he got bit.
Milan.
Caesar Milan, thank you. He got bit on his hand by this dog, and there was blood dripping from his hand, and he held that dog there. And he goes, it looks mean, but this is what you've got to do. You got to let him know who's boss. And once he knows that you're boss, he'll never bite you. He'll never mess with you.
I think that's how this dog is, because this dog isn't aggressive like, how like, a pit bull would just come out of nowhere. This dog shows signs beforehand, and then he comes at you. But he's the kind of dog where I think he'll be able to get helped with this behavioralist, but it's just not enough for him here. There's another comment I want to read. Mr. Woody also said, Skylar, any plans to get the furry boss a friend? Absolutely. The plotting's in the making.
There will not be another cat here.
Well, no, they said a friend. Didn't specify whether it was a cat or not. Maybe it's a mountain lion. Who knows? Maybe the wallaby.
Mr. Woody says, big rich, nothing but class. I like that.
What if the...
Thank you.
I already read the Bob Taylor one. What if the wallaby and Loki become friends?
I told Josh, a wallaby's cool. We've had exotic animals all of our life.
We're just gonna
You know, the Black Panther, the bear, the timber wolf. We've had, the deer, the baby deer, the baby skunks. We've had a lot of exotic animals. But right now, we've got too much going on to take on another mouth to feed and another set of, food bowls and another cage somewhere. I mean, having an albino wallaby would be nice.
You can say hi to everybody.
You're live on stream. They already did.
All right, love you, Mom. I'll let you go now.
Bye.
Right back at you. You know what I realized what Josh does? When he calls you when he wants something, he gets this really like soft and sweet voice going
Like
on.
you do.
Yeah, but
I was out grocery
he was
shopping
like,
today.
Hey, Dad.
And then we stopped
like,
at
Josh, what do you need?
Then we stopped at Walmart, and I'm picking up supplies, and I did this and that. And then on the way walking to the front of the store, we passed the Barbie aisle. She's like, ooh, 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 ooh. And I'm like, you know what? Pick something out for Alora. Go pick her out her first Barbie. And I'm like, pick out what you would like. And she went through there, and she spent a half hour in this Barbie aisle, and she picked out this Barbie. And I'm like, there you go. Happy birthday. It's another gift for you. And I bought her mermaid Barbie.
I have it next to my beta tank.
Put it up close. Go up with it so you can see the mermaid tail. There you go.
Wait, it glitters too.
Yeah, the tail glitters.
So I have it. It's like a fish tank decoration, I'd say.
And then we're walking by in Walmart, and we're getting this, and she's like, a Lunchable. I haven't had one. I love those. I'm like, oh my God, get it.
That's what I wanted to eat. You said, Skylar, like, what do you want? Like, what do you want me to make? You can pick out anything you want. I'm like, a Lunchable.
And I told her no. And we went walking by, and she was over there.
And then
Her
Josh,
bottom lip was sticking out. I'm like, go get it.
and Josh called you, and he's like, hey, Dad. And you're like, yeah, Josh? He's like, there's something I want to talk to you about. You're like, what is it, Josh? And he's like, so, you know about this one thing, right? And he's like, so I was just thinking that, maybe we can get an albino baby wallaby. And then you was like, oh yeah, it's four, five.
When Josh says that, I'm thinking maybe we can get a baby wallaby. Okay. No, wait. He's saying, no. The wallabies only get about 30 inches tall.
He says 4 or 5 foot.
No. So that's a kangaroo gets 4 or 5 foot. A wallaby only gets about 30 inches tall. So, anyways, he says, "Can we get this?" Right. So what he means by that is, I want to get this, and let's keep it at your house, Dad, where you have to take care of it.
But he sprung it on you so he slowly went into it.
Yeah, he did.
But I was wondering why Josh was being so nice on the phone at first, because he always put the phone on speaker. I was like, man, what's going on here? Like, I thought something was wrong almost at first with how he was talking. And he was like, can we get the wallaby? And then he's like, then he went through this whole master plan for how he's going to get it back here.
Samantha Norland says, Caesar's my boyfriend. You're dating Caesar Milan? Bring him over here. I got a dog he needs to work with.
Sebastian said he sent a girl to the Barbie Isle. Of course, she spent 30 minutes in there. Well, I had to find the right one. I found one at first with a boat, and I was like, "This is perfect for backyard boats." But then I found the mermaid one that kind of looks like me.
John's B-Log says Big Rich looks like the cool version of Harry Potter with the glasses.
You look like if Harry Potter was old.
Oh my God. SP, how is Tracy my friend? What does that mean?
How is Tracy, comma, space, my friend? Like, how is Tracy?
It doesn't say that.
No, how is Tracy? He meant to put a comma after Tracy. How is, like, my friend?
Oh, how is Tracy
Yeah.
my friend? Gotcha. She's doing good. You can actually, after this is over with, start at the beginning and you'll see the Tracy update. Joanne, what does it say? Anellis says, Rich, would you get another Great Dane? I love the Great Danes. But no. I am looking to get another dog, but I want my Irish Wolfhound.
You know how they say that owners look like their dogs? Doesn't Rich kind of look like an Irish Wolfhound?
The gray, wiry hair, I guess.
You look like an Irish Wolfhound. Hey, if anybody wants to send me something for my birthday, I'll take Barbies. Or anything
Stop
mermaid.
fishing. Your birthday's over with.
I'm fishing. Vasquez family said, that's nice, Barbie. My wife will grab that too. Mr. Woody said, get the furry boss a friend. Skylar, sneak them in. Big Rich will love them. You know he will. He said it just like that.
Or Sebastian Simon says, you send a girl to the Barbie aisle and you
Said
curse
that.
her because she spent 30 minutes there.
You brought me into that.
You know what I did? Do you know what I did? I went to the next aisle over and I said, okay, Skylar, I can still hear you and talk to you, but I'm in the man aisle now. There was Nerf guns over there. So she stayed in the Barbie aisle. I can still talk to her.
Well, don't you look? The blue matches the blue on the Ohio Fish Rescue site. I have a Nigel's tank, so it makes it more balanced now. It looks cool. I was gonna put it next to my Beischer tank.
Oh my God. Unfiltered Fish Keeper says, just got here. Who's the geezer in the glasses?
So people either think you look.
Unfiltered Fish Keeper, me and you fighting if I ever meet you.
So you look. Basically, the gist of all this is you look older but educated, more educated. You look like an old scholar.
Let's stop with the old things. We can move on to the fat
Wait, hold
jokes,
on,
okay? How
hold
about that?
on. You look like a well-educated scholar who has had the pleasure of spending many years learning things.
Stop it. Mystic Spank says, Unfiltered Fish Keeper, that's Josh. He just had a rough week. I love it.
Pink Cat online said, when was Skylar's birthday? It was yesterday. And yes, Sebastian, I'm 24 now. Unfiltered Fish Keeper said, I spent a week at your house. LOL. Did I ever meet Unfiltered Fish Keeper?
I don't know. Did you?
Did I?
What'd he say?
No, he said, I spent a week at your house. LOL.
You spent a week at your house. You should
Your
remember him.
house. Well, it's my house too. I live here. Raheem said, happy birthday, Skylar. Thank you. Captain James said, Billy Ray Cyrus business in the front, party in the back.
Dude, Tony Horter says, I hope you're getting ad revenues from tonight. There's about 8 ads so
What
far. Why did they start adding ads to our live stream?
I don't know. There's always been ads, but usually it's only been a few. I don't know why there's so many.
I don't remember ads at all. I remember somebody a couple weeks back saying something about it. Unfiltered Fish Keeper. I spent a week at your house. Okay, look. What's your name then? Because I don't remember the name Unfiltered Fish Keeper. So you got to tell me what your other name
Isn't
is.
that the one that's a girl? No, that's OBG Foster.
OBG Foster is a girl.
Mr. Woody said, what's that around your neck, Skylar? It's just a choker. It's not a tattoo or anything, but I've had it on since I was 12. I've had it on for 12 years now. I've not
Yeah,
taken
really
this off in
grody.
12 years. No, it's not. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, that's right. Unfiltered Fish Keeper. Yes, Kevin Josie. He was the one that sent us all remember the meat sticks and the
We still have to eat those, but he needs to come by. We need to
He don't work there no more.
But we need to eat those.
I'm sorry. That's been a long time, Kevin. I remember you as Unfiltered Fish Keeper. I remember that. I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, he did spend the time here. You know, we ate. We had great time.
Can I meet him?
I don't know if you met him. I don't know. This was a while ago. But, you know, he worked at this place and they made this jerky. And he sent us boxes and boxes of jerky.
So that's different.
And then meat sticks.
We saw the alligator.
And then
there.
he sent us the cheese from Tillamook. You know, he sent us all kinds of things from his work.
Daniel Tracy said you look like a professor.
Yeah, a very old professor, obviously.
Captain James said I have one of those, Skylar. Mr. Woody said, wow, that's a commitment. And I just, if I put on jewelry, I don't take it off until it either falls off or gets lost. I don't take it off, period.
Tony Horter says first time ad started was 2 weeks ago for him.
Yeah, you haven't added ads at all.
I didn't know you could add ads to the live.
I guess instead of 8, there's going to be 10 now. Okay.
Oh, Ashley Smith says, I found my first gray hair, and I think I'm having my midlife crisis now. Once you find one, you're going to find hundreds. That's all there is
I
to it.
found a gray hair in my head when I was like 13.
Let me look.
Here, look, see if you can find it.
Oh my God, this is all gray through here.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Wait, seriously, see if you can find one.
I can't see.
I found one. I had a midlife crisis.
All right, come on, guys. Let's liven this up. This is it's party time now.
Wait, I'll say something funny so people actually will comment. Has anybody just had like one like weird hair just grow out of somewhere where you're like, what the heck?
Dude, I had a hair in my eyebrow, and I'm looking, you know, and I can't see that well. So I'm brushing my hair, and I thought a hair was hanging down from my forehead, and I went to move it up to my hair, and it pulled my eyebrow. I'm like, what the hell? This thing stuck up like 2 inches onto my head. I had to hold it out and cut it with scissors.
I don't know what happened to this one. I had one that grew out of my chin for like 10 years.
Ooh, like a witch?
Yeah, like you know how Tracy has one growing out of her chin too? Like
No, she don't.
Yeah, she's got one.
No, she's everything sweet and sugar and spice.
I always clip it. You don't see it. But I had one right here. And then, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months ago, it just stopped growing. So I don't have to pluck it anymore. But I always had like one random hair just like growing out right here.
Oh, yeah. See,
It was,
there's
like,
been
black, too. It looked
nobody's
like
been drinking. I mean, you guys ain't drinking. There's been no drinking
We're
word. It was
drinking,
Laura. Nobody's saying it. So Laura, drink up, guys. Come on.
Should everybody drink every time I accidentally cut you off?
Every time you overtalk me,
Yeah.
you all get drunk.
Is that a better one?
It's like she don't care what I have to say. She just starts talking when she has a thought. It's crazy. I'm telling you, that's how it is. Watch back the videos
Am
and
I
you'll
saying
see.
anything back to you right now? Am I trying to go against you in any manner right now? Am I disagreeing with you at all right now?
No. Oh, but going back on that whole Skylar thing where somebody called you my girlfriend today, and I set him straight. But how many times have we, you know, been walking through, you know, a grocery store, and then, you know, someone comes up, hey, you're a big rich, blah, blah, blah. Is this your daughter? Like,
yeah, but I
no.
thought her about 50 times.
Right? And then do we tell them no? And they're like, well, who's she to you? She lives with me.
It doesn't make it sound any better, does it?
It doesn't.
What else? Oh yeah, and then today you didn't really help me out by like tossing the ball in my direction.
Oh my God,
we
we
were-
had so much fun in Walmart. I knocked the ball out of her hand.
You kept
And it's a
knocking
big,
it.
like, beach ball, like this big, you know, it's a bouncy ball. And knocked it out of her hands. And it went like, you know, 40, 50 feet over there. So she runs towards it. She goes to pick it up and she kicks it. And it flies over the desk.
And then I slide in my shoes trying to like it the next time. That was all.
I'm watching her like, yeah, she's got autism.
And everybody around me was just standing there fucking laughing at me. Like this one, she was almost in tears laughing. I'm like, you know what? I did the walk of shame back. Felt like, you know, it was like if you have like, you know, one night stand or something, you got to go out the house the next day. You can't find a shirt, you put on a random shirt. You walk it. That's what I felt like carrying my ball back to your car. She's awesome. She puts you in your place, Big Rich.
No, that's Tracy's job, not Skylar's.
Well, I'm
Joanna knows as father-daughter relationship.
Pretty much.
I try and teach her to be a better person. You know, I try and tell her and talk to her and explain to her, you know, and, you know, I try and make her a better person. That's all.
Since when does Skylar drink
She's
water?
grown up. She's grown up. This ain't water. Trust me.
This is not water at all.
That's vodka. You know, she's grown up a lot since she came here. You know, she came here and she was a spoiled little
Oh, I
brat.
was not that bad.
Your boyfriend did everything for you, and you didn't do nothing. You
It's
asked for
not my
everything.
fault. He would-
I'm hungry. Give me something to eat. He'd go to the store and get you something to eat. He'd go out to Arby's and get you whatever you wanted, and you got whatever you wanted at all times.
I made the money though. He used all my money, so I was what was me, but he got the money. It canceled out.
He gave you
balanced
bag
out.
rubs. He
Checks
gave you
Checks and balances, Rich.
no. You used the shit out of him.
Checks and
I felt sorry for that guy.
I probably spent at least $15,000 to $20,000 on that kid. I paid for everything.
That kid. Now he's that kid.
Yeah.
That was your man for 2 years.
Still that kid. He was like my age. I never dated somebody that young.
You never dated somebody that young. What's your age group? 30?
My parents watching?
Yeah, your parents are
I don't know,
watching.
40, 50?
You've never dated anybody 50 years old. You're a liar.
Uh-huh.
Your oldest guy was Mark. He was 32,
37?
37. That was your oldest guy you've dated. You dated somebody other than him?
Yeah, a couple of guys.
I thought it was Mark and then Bryce.
No, it was Mark and then Bryce, that's correct. But I dated a couple guys.
And then you've been here and you haven't dated nobody.
Yeah, so nobody's hitting me
Your
up.
closest thing was somebody online that was like,
Weird guy.
who was that? Sebastian?
No. Oh, Sebastian. No, Sebastian's my love.
Oh, are you opening that door again?
He's always
He's like,
come-
yes, I got a chance.
Sebastian's always so sweet. He's always like, Skylar. He's commented on the video or something. He's like, or he said on the live stream, he's like, looking beautiful tonight, Skylar.
Aw.
He's such a sweetheart. I know he doesn't live in this country, but Sebastian, I really wanna, I really
A guy
wanna
like
find
you,
a nice-
Sebastian.
You deserve a nice girl. Hold
Aw.
on. We got a super chat. Give me 1
Mr. Woody
second.
says, Big Rich Legend, Skylar Angel. Man, has she got you fooled.
Unfiltered Fish Keeper, $5. Apparently, this is Kevin Josie or whatever.
Yeah, Kevin.
Let's hear a sexy Big Rich story.
A sexy Big Rich
Ish,
story.
tell us about some sexy.
I haven't
time.
been sexy for 20 years. I don't have a sexy Big Rich story.
Skylar is queen.
Sheesh. Wish I could talk to Tracy about this.
Mr. Woody said, "LOL, how about 31st, Skylar? I'll get you any food you want." Rose Freeman said she's looking for a sugar daddy. I mean, I can't. I just like older guys. I don't have daddy issues. I have a really good relationship with my father, but I like older men because Is that a sugar baby if you don't want to work and you just want to be like a housewife? Would that be like looking for a sugar daddy?
She's looking for a sugar daddy. You're
But
going
I'd be pulling my weight.
no. You're going to have to put out to this guy you live with, and then he's going to pay for everything.
Whenever he
That's a
wants.
sugar daddy.
Whenever he wants.
Really? It's like that?
If he's paying the bills and if he's like, supporting me, like, oh honey, give me hugs, whenever he wants.
So guys just got to pay the bills and you'll get with them.
He's gotta be nice to me too. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
You don't have any responses to that one?
I can't even say what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking?
Nothing.
Say what you're thinking. Well, I mean, it would be like love. Like, I wouldn't be dating somebody for like what they have. It'd just be like, I don't want to fucking work, so like, I'll find somebody that. just
So
wants a
wait.
little-
So wait. I don't want to work, but I'll have sex with you if you pay the bills.
No.
Yeah. Because that's what
No.
you know where I'm going with this. That's what we already figured out what you are. Now we know the price.
No. I don't like going to public. I don't like people. I don't like going out. If you handle the bills and stuff working, I'll take care of the house. If you're sweet to me, give me hugs. I'll do whatever.
Mr. Woody says, whatever he wants. Oh my God, I'm melting over here.
Where do you live, Mr. Woody?
Oh my God.
Says he feels like putty. And actually, I do have a trade, so I can go back to my soldering or computer repair whenever I want to. It's just, I have money saved up. There's no point. I could just live rent free here, doing work around here. So
I don't make you put out. I'm not one of those guys. You live here and you work and you clean. That's good enough for me.
I put out the dishes.
Yeah. Wow. This conversation turned sideways real quick.
The conversation was from last week was way worse. Scott said, "Hey, come on by, Scott."
You're sounding too desperate. Stop it.
I begged to get. Shannon Johnson says boats and hose. Everybody says that. That's the first thing Joey says. Is that the boats and hose girl? He acts like he forgets my name, and I think he called the boats and hose girl.
Oh my
Lars
God.
Freeman said, "Watch out, Skylar's gonna get adopted soon." Nate also said boats and hose.
Well, with what everyone found out tonight, I don't deny it. I mean,
Danielle
she's going to
said,
get adopted
yes,
soon.
I like this. Danielle said it's called a traditional wife. Yes, that's what it is. With a foul mouth. A traditional wife with a foul mouth. That's what I am.
See, a traditional wife was they'd have dinner on the table, they'd take care of you, you know.
Do you know how many times I've tried to cook for everybody and how bad I fucked up every time?
You can't cook.
I made the croutons. I made croutons. Do you want to try one of my croutons? They're bad.
They're bad. I just said you can't cook, and you're like, want to try some of my food?
I know what I have to change for next time. So what I did is the temperature needs to be lowered, kept in about the same amount of time.
About 200 degrees, and so they don't burn. Yeah.
I had about 275.
Yeah, they're gonna get crunchy
They need to be,
and burnt.
they need to be at 200. I need to add a lot more olive oil to them too. I didn't add enough olive oil. Let me, and then I need to add a little bit more salt and like a little bit more garlic into them too.
Don't go get them. Don't want to taste your crunchy, you know, nasty black croutons.
Woody said I'll cook for you, and then Scott said he's how old did he say? Let's scroll up a little bit. Scott said I'm 44 with smiley emojis.
Would you date somebody 44?
Hey, Shannon said, "Hey Scott, we could be like Buzz and Woody, and I'll put a friend in you."
Oh my God.
Johnson.
Is Shannon Johnson a dude?
I think so, yeah. That's funny as hell. We've gotten to that.
Shannon
Woody
Johnson
said,
says,
"I'll do all
hold
your
up.
chores."
Hey, Sky, we could be like Buzz and Woody, and I'll put a friend in you. This is not about fish no more.
I think Shannon Johnson wins the dating game, I think, here. What do you think? I'll give you a vote, too. Scott just said he's 44. The other guy said he'll do my chores, but
Daniel Tracy Ann says, they do have men who want a stay-at-home woman. The 1950s housewives. She is nothing. Don't let her kid you. She's not a 1950s housewife.
I'm a little sweetheart.
Lies. Here's her. I want to sleep today. No, we got to get this done. We got to do this. I don't want to. I want to sleep. So I let her sleep for about 8 hours straight. And I'm like, come on, Skylar, we got shit to do. Let's go do this.
Hey, listen to
He
this.
wakes up, and the whole time she's helping me. She's like, I am so exhausted. This is ridiculous.
What would you say it's called? What's it called again? Narcolepsy.
I think she has narcolepsy, yes.
But okay, so the first year I was dating Bryce, he saw that. Like he would wake me up and say, "Hey, Skylar, give me head." I would always say
Don't
yes.
say that on here.
It's after hours. It's okay.
No. He asked for Nookie.
He asked for Nucky. I would always give it to him every single time, no matter how tired I was. Every single time, just in exchange for sleep.
Mr. Woody says, Skylar, I have a snake in my boot. you know how long it would have to be in his boot? Sebastian says, can I pay half the bills? Traditional wife in England has a potty mouth or worse. She definitely got the potty mouth. Shannon says, yes, I'm a guy. Okay. Now it all makes sense.
Shannon Johnson's comment is still the funniest fucking comment we've gotten tonight. Radine said, better to be an independent woman, Skylar. Actually, no, I don't. I'm not good alone. That's why you guys always see Rich and I together in videos. Because, like, Rich, I'm always lonely. Like, I need a friend to hang out with all the time.
And you know, somebody said something about, sorry, Birgit, she's an angel and she can sleep as much as she wants. She needs one. Well, maybe. Well, look, listen to this. Her last boyfriend, she gave him permission to have sex with her while she's sleeping because she's sleeping so much. And she don't wake up.
It's fair.
It's fair. It's fair.
I gave him permission.
Wow. You gave him permission.
Yeah, it's not like
She's like, look, go ahead and have sex with me. Just don't wake me up.
To Gray's comment, I don't like being like independent. I don't know. I'm really bad alone.
Oh my God.
Vasquez family said backyard throats. Oh my
God. This is supposed to be a fish show about fish.
Backyard throats. Still,
oh my God.
That's creepy though. No, actually, it's not creepy at all. My ex and I knew each other for like our entire lives. It was totally fine.
Son of a bitch.
Backyard throats. God damn it.
We need a new shirt. Backyard throats.
Well, like I was telling you, like to make, like you have to do with the fish rescue, make it a brand instead of like,
wow,
oh
my God.
Channel. For backyard throats, I'm gonna make a shirt.
I'm dying over here.
I'm gonna have a shirt that says boats and homes, and I'm gonna have a shirt that says backyard throats on it. And, wait, can you screenshot that comment real fast?
No, you're ruining my reputation as we speak.
No, I'm gonna screenshot it, and I'm gonna use a screenshot to put that on a shirt.
Bryce Lowell says, these combos can't be good for the reputation. Hi, Pam. It's about time I've seen you. Missed you.
Vasquez, who do you think won, Vasquez family or Shannon Johnson for best comment?
Oh, I don't know. That's a toss-up right there.
Like right there.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Let's give it the award to both of them.
Those are the best comments I think we've gotten in a while. Baby said, consent is consent. Do what you do, Skylar. Stop making me laugh when I'm trying to be serious. LOL, OMG.
This is a church-going lady right here talking. You have embarrassed her.
Lamar said, what the hell did I walk into? And baby, you're right. It's consent. I mean, like, if I don't want something going on, I'll be like, hey, no.
Omar, you missed a bunch of stuff. Oh, my God. This girl is off the hook.
I'm sweet, I'm innocent, and pure. I am the
You are not pure. You are not innocent. You are not sweet.
I am the fucking, just like, what's it called? I could be like a statue of purity.
You're like a guy that beats his woman, holding her by the throat, saying, I am a nice guy. That's how you
very
are.
well might just be an angel right now.
My God, no. You are the goddamn devil.
I know, I'm an angel. I'm the embodiment of sweetness, innocence, and purity. How many times do I have to tell you that? Mr. Woody said, I'm full of energy, Skylar. I'll give you my one leg.
Oh, my God.
There's another
This is not the dating game.
Okay. It is. Oh, wait, you know what we can do? Remember those candies I bought?
What?
Somebody, Shannon Johnson said, dude, I'd totally buy that shirt.
Yeah, because it's his quote on it.
No, I'm saying there's one that would see backyard throats, too.
Right.
I think both would be hilarious. I'm going to get shirts that say both of those. Pamela says she's ruining your pure virtue.
Right, she is.
Do you want me to up it a little bit? Do you want me to go grab the candy that I bought, the special candy?
What candy?
Remember when I went to the Funko Pop store and I bought some candy?
How are you going to explain that to people?
Okay, so for my birthday, we had community service over and I hate driving. So community service also turns out is into Funko Pops. And so community service person took me to the Funko Pop store and I bought a bunch of candy and Funko Pops. And then my mom brought over all my Funko Pops yesterday, and Rich got to see how many I have. And needless to say, he was a little.
Let's get back to the candy. So she buys Pop Rocks, and I'm like, "Why did you buy Pop Rocks?" She goes, "Have you not ever had a girl give you a head with Pop Rocks in her mouth?" I'm like, "What the fuck? You do this? This is something I missed out on in life." Oh my god. This went from dull and quiet to racy as shit. Ah.
I have 4 things for us to try today, Rich.
What's that?
I've got 4 candies, or I got 3 candies, and I got 1 pair of chips for us to try. So I've heard this is really good. It's ketchup and chips, and Rich is like, ew, that's gross. I was like, think about it. Chips are made from potatoes. You eat fries with ketchup.
Yeah.
And so
Makes
after that, Rich was like, oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. And I've heard everybody likes this a lot, so I want to try it.
Pamela Rose, which is Pam, Tracy's sister, says, or not real sister, but one of my friends that became Tracy's sister, you know. She says, I thought this was a family show. Yes, the first hour, Pam. Josh went home. It's the Skylar show now.
When Josh leaves, it's all over.
It's the after hours.
Catherine James says your innocence is being corrupted. Okay, so this is going to be the best one, I think, in my opinion. Look at this. Twix cookie dough.
Wow.
So we're going to try that. And then I have Kit Kat birthday cake flavored, Rich.
Wow.
And then
Shannon comes up with that thing I used.
I got these.
The lack of nookie.
I don't know what these are. Nookie?
Lack of nookie. The ancient Chinese or
I have a lack
Hawaiian
of nookie
disease.
right now.
It's, yeah. Yeah, you've been 9 months with no nookie. Oh, you got you and your candy and your Pop Rocks.
Steelfish said they had ketchup flavored chips and turkey. It's good. So I think we should start out with the
Daniel and Tracy Ann says, what angel? Lucifer? He was an angel.
Okay. So
That makes sense.
yeah, he was an angel. So that Steelfish said now I have to buy some Pop Rocks. Nate Achilles said, oh my gosh, you don't want the rabbit. I have the rabbit. Unfiltered Fish Keeper said Skylar's cheeks are full of nuts for the winter. Omar says I'll have what Skylar's having. What the hell? Scott also said we need a Pop Rock shirt. That'd be funny to put. That'd be funny to put on a shirt. So I think we should start off with these chips, and then we'll go up until the cookie dough.
So we're going to taste these?
Mhm.
All right, I'm down.
Alright, so we're gonna start
I'm
off
down.
with the chips.
I got my second cup down.
Oh, Chris said I love when Skylar's on. She had some fun and goofiness to the show. I'm definitely a little goofy.
Definitely.
But touch the tism. Okay, here's one for you. I got one the same size. I have a feeling these ones are gonna be good.
This is how she hands it to me. You see this? She put it on top of my finger.
Oh my god. That's
Tastes
really
like French fries.
that's really good.
That tastes like French fries.
I rate this a 9 out of 10.
I thought it was going to be gross.
This is a that's what I was about to do too. Okay, so these ketchup Lay's, if you come across them, buy them. This
Dude,
is
that's
amazing.
just like French fries with ketchup.
Okay, we gotta stop though after I eat my handful.
That's good.
I knew they were gonna take.
Skylar, have you been smoking today? You don't smoke.
I don't smoke. I just vape. Not
And
weed.
you don't
not weed.
get high either.
I don't get high. But I thought this was gonna taste good, but I thought it was gonna be not as good as like the regular chips. Just like okay, like tolerable.
Sebastian's here quoting songs. Skylar went to the candy shop and she forgot her lollipop. What's this?
Oh.
Oh, more of the same.
Why don't they sell these in big bags here?
I don't know. I've never seen them before. That's good though.
Just like when you get like the perfectly crispy fries from like McDonald's or something. That's exactly what these taste like. It's just perfect.
Oh my God, listen to this. There's levels of this conversation. Lord Humongous says, Big Rich, I just bought 2 tickets to some old school, old gangster rap Justin Bieber concert. What the hell? You and me gonna pimp slap some hoes. Oh my God.
What, you have to help me figure out what flavor this is?
Wait, at what point did Justin Bieber become old school rap? You know what I'm saying?
I guess I'm old too. Might just put me in this crappy crap. So these, I think, these are either cheesecake flavored. They're like the, you know, the Pocky. It's either like cheesecake flavored, cake flavored, or something like that.
I love
Might be
anything
banana.
cheesecake.
I know, I do
I'm a
too.
fat man. Shit.
So I'll give you one. It's
What the
on the
hell's that?
inside. So just try it. I think it's supposed to be a straw. Eat it.
Do you like the whole thing? It's like
That'd
a
be good with,
cheesecake pretzel.
that'd be good with some milk or something.
It leaves you wanting more. I mean, you don't get no. You bite and it's
Yeah,
gone.
That's what I'm saying. It needs milk or something. I'd rate this as a 7.5 out of 10. This is still really good though.
I could eat 200 of these in the same bite. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you those once we're done. Scott asked, can I schedule a tour of the fish with Skylar? Yeah, of course.
Mr. Woody says, you won't need a smoker bait. We'll make our own smoke.
Oh my god. Danielle Tracy answered, what kind of chips? They're Hector Blaze flavored. So I got them at like one of those shops that sells, they import in different products from other countries. So I heard these were popular in other countries, so I grabbed them. And they're actually really fucking good.
I'm surprised.
Those are
I
way
thought that
better.
was gross.
They're not gross at all. Those are
No.
amazing.
Scott, can I schedule a tour of the fish
Yeah.
with Skylar?
Just answered that one. I said, yeah, of course. So here's the next one. We got birthday cake, Kit Kat.
Yes, I agree. Robert Lowe says, Big Rich, old school rap would be Run DMC. Yes. And who was that made the song Dope Man? That was LL Cool J, and they were in a
Oh my god.
oh, NWA. Dude, NWA is old school rap. You know what I'm saying?
Rich, try this right now. This is life changing.
Mm,
Right?
mm.
Mm-hmm. That's a 10 out of 10 right there.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. That is good.
I've never said anything like this before, but if I was hungry and you were eating these, I would tongue kiss you to get the flavor of these goddamn things. They're good. Wow.
Oh,
It tastes like birthday cake. It really does.
it doesn't even like taste like the birthday cake. It tastes like the
Frosting
yellow-
on the birthday
It
cake.
tastes like everything. And then we got the Twix cookie dough flavored.
Mm.
Rich, you rate that one a 10 out of 10 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Should we just start a new series where like every single donation we get, we try a new food that we find from the market that we've
Sure.
never tried before? We can go get a bunch of stuff. We have them. Okay, so I got the last one here. So here's the Twix. This is cookie dough flavored. I'm hoping you know the ones that you get from like at the movie theater, like the little butt-sized cookie dough. Hoping it's gonna taste a little bit like that.
Dude, Dave the Fish Dude says, wish Justin Bieber would get into boxing or MMA and get the shit knocked out of the front up. If he would do that, you know what I'd want to see? Justin Bieber against Jake Paul. Oh, I would love to see that fight.
These aren't as good as the rest. I thought these were gonna be the best ones.
They're chewy and good, but they're nowhere near as good as the last one.
I would rate these as the worst. So I'll do my rating, you do your rating. These is the worst.
What are these?
This is the Twix one. This is
The
the
Twix ain't as near as good as the white cake.
So this is number 5.
the
This
cake?
is number 4. Lay's I would put at
Where's the cake?
right here.
That's the Kit Kat. That's number 1.
Yeah, that's
Lay's are
one.
number 2.
Yeah, that's where I have it. I have Twix at number 3, and then I have these wafers. Actually, I might switch this around. I think the Twix is last. They just didn't do.
Oh yeah,
good
dude,
enough.
pie, easy E. Back in the day.
I'll be right back.
Definitely
I'm
the
in
best.
bathroom.
Dave the Fish Dude says not a Jake Paul fan, but he'd probably knock Bieber out. I would just like to see it. That's why I put it up there. I'd like to see it. Yeah, see, now here's the thing. Randy Vid says he did fight Nate Diaz and he won, but he wouldn't in MMA. Jake Paul is screwing up so bad, offering, Nate Diaz $10 million to go fight in MMA. He wants to fight in MMA and beat Diaz. There's no effing way. You know what? He had Nate's hands tied behind his back with these boxing rules. Nate's an MMA grappler from way back, jiu-jitsu master, okay? He got 20 different ways he can put you out, make you tap out, make you go to sleep. He couldn't use none of this in a boxing match. So technically Jake Paul won, but I'll tell you what, do you remember at one point in that fight, Nate had him in his headlock and it was like picking up his feet off the ground with it, and he put his arms up because he knows that he never has lost once he had his opponent in that, move. He has never lost, ever. So Nate basically showed the crowd that I could have won right here. And then, went on with the boxing. So for Jake to be stupid enough to call Nate Diaz out in the MMA ring,
He's gonna lose
Jake
that
Paul's
one.
going to lose that fight. Period. I'll bet everything I own on that.
I'm gonna bet $1,000 on that game or that match.
What's up, Josh? I'm still doing live stream. We're already past it. I brought it into Nate Diaz fight. Calls from who? Who cares?
Oh, Bob Taylor.
I don't care. I can do whatever I want after hours. No sponsors are sponsoring us, so we don't have to worry about it. We're trying. We're trying. And, they haven't stepped up. They're not watching us now. He hung up on me.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
No. He's like, you got to be more professional. No talking about sex, blah, blah, blah.
We do this every week. We don't have any sponsors right now. Nobody's paying us.
Right. And he's like, if a sponsor would see it. Well, no one's sponsoring us, so they're not going to see it.
The sponsors that, or the people that have given us stuff, we give them their videos. They haven't said anything about us on the live stream. So, I mean, if there's a sponsor that's like, hey, I'll give you this, but you guys got to be more professional on the live stream, you would, obviously.
He comes in and he wants to run things, and I get it. He wants to make things better, but he's stepping in where he chose to leave. And now this is after hours. This is what happens in after hours.
Bob Taylor said to just switch up the mood a little bit because this is a wholesome comment. Bob Taylor said, I was not having the best of days. Skylar and Rich saved me. Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you. We can make your day a little bit lighter, then we're happy,
Mr. Woody said, I'd really love to just flip Skylar's bed, do a star jump when she wants to stay in sleeping, and run around laughing. And you've done that to me before. You flipped me off my bed before when I wouldn't wake up for like 4 days.
Dude, I thought you were dead. I asked the nurse to go in there and actually check on you. And she did. And then I'm telling you, Skylar, you got to get up. It's 4 days. And you got attitudey with me. So I picked up this side of the mattress and lifted it up, and she rolled that way to split off the bed.
Suanne said,
I'm like, you're awake now.
Suanne said the after hours needs to be separate from Fishy Fridays. And yeah, we all agree with that, but the only issue is getting the same number of people watching the Fishy Friday that are going to be watching the, after hours. Because it's hard to get people, to go to another channel, like, right after we finish this one.
Mr. Woody says, oh, dear, we got to take the fun element out of this. It's just banter. No harm in being done. I know. He's trying to say that if a sponsor saw it, they wouldn't sponsor us. And I get that, but I'm saying we're just having fun.
Did you see last week's with...
You're not, like, selling yourself online.
Did you see with, what's-his-face and his girlfriend, John and Hannah? I mean, that one was way more PG-13 than this is.
Right, so what's the problem?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. What's the problem?
It was way better, easily more PG-13 than this is. So this is worse.
No, this is way better than that one. That one was like R.
No.
This is like PG-13. No, they were talking about some stuff last week.
Yeah, Josh. Watch last week's show. John and his girlfriend did get...
I was the most calm one in the conversation.
Right.
That says a lot.
Yeah, Daniel Tracy says, doesn't Josh know even Joey has fun times?
Oh, Joey goes
Joey's
crazy.
Been coming on drunk a lot lately, and he's been doing...
He does whatever the hell he wants.
He does whatever he wants, yeah.
She also said maybe do a little Twitch like Joey, so that's actually in the plans of things that you want to do, right?
Yes, we're going to start a Twitch. Mr. Woody, you didn't cause no problems. Josh is just having an attitude with me. Don't worry about it. We've been having fun.
Be like, you better be nice if you want that wallaby.
Right. Josh is just being responsible. This is true, Randy Vids. But that's it says cancel the shirts quick.
The shirts are coming. I'm making them. It's too funny not to make shirts for that. Backyard Throats. I mean, that's
Omar,
a good shirt.
Dude, let me stop this, okay? Omar, you sent them hamburgers in. Oh my God, they were so good. I just ran out. I'm telling you, I told everybody about these hamburgers. They are like steak burgers. They were so thick. And when you take a hamburger and you buy the 80-20 meat, and then you grind it up into a patty and you splash it down, and now it's compressed meat. It's a lot harder, and then it shrinks up to nothing, right? These burgers don't. These things come out, they're an inch thick.
Oh, they're thick and juicy.
And then all I do is I push down a little indent in the very center, and I cook them. And they're still an inch thick when I'm done. These burgers are thick, juicy, and good.
Serious fish keeper. Josh should be sleeping. This is for adults now.
Right, Josh, go to sleep.
Somebody asked here, go up a tiny bit. Hi, I have a question. What would you recommend as far as cichlids or predator fish, purely based on tank size? What tank do you have? What size?
Right, that's so many. That's not even a question. Do you have a 30-gallon? Do you have a 400-gallon? Do you have a 2,000-gallon? I mean, there's different fish for different tanks. You know what I'm saying? You can have a predator fish in a small tank, but it's mostly one fish, and then you feed him live fish. We don't condone the feeding of live fish. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to run into problems like I did with my bichers. Remember I had my bichers with all my pretty little cichlids? I had a bunch of like tetras and stuff, and I had a couple cichlids in the tank with my bichers, and then they all started disappearing and getting eaten. And so now I got a big tank with only like 4 bichers in it.
Ooh, Crazy Cichlid says, think Josh is a bit upset after what happened on Joey's Twitch. What happened on Joey's Twitch? I'd like to know. I don't know anything about it.
Call Joey up, see what he's doing. See if we can...
Yeah, I'll call him directly and see what he says. Okay, Omar, can you send me on here? Just put it in text. Who made them burgers? I forget. I can't remember right now. Oh my God. Lord Humongous says, Big Red, since you didn't want to go to Gangster Rap Justin Bieber, I bought you and me some Nickelback and Creed tickets so we can hold hands while playing arms wide open.
Somebody sent me an unsolicited text message.
What?
Don't watch it. You're gonna be traumatized. I'm traumatized now. Here. Guys, please don't send weird messages to me.
What the?
Please don't do that.
Don't do that. That's just nasty.
You're
Nasty.
gonna get
Who
blocked.
was that from?
This account.
Just delete it and block them.
It.
That's
It's
nasty.
already blocked.
I don't want to see anybody whacking off.
Guys, please don't send me pictures of you.
Why would you send that to a girl? I've never sent a dick pic or anything. That's just, aren't they the ugliest things ever? I mean, why would you send that to somebody? Yuck. You know, send them a picture of your wallet with the cash. Send them a picture of your car or your plane. Don't send a picture of your privates. That's disgusting. Yuck.
I'm traumatized now.
Why would you show that to me?
I said, Rich, I told you not to look at it. I said, don't watch it.
That's just disgusting.
What Joey said?
Oh, Joey's here?
No, what you just called Joey? What
He didn't answer.
Why hasn't he been answering lately? Block that guy.
Who?
That's the person, I think. Guarantee him too.
Thank you. Danny and Tracy and Josh needs to lighten up a bit. It's good to be yourself. Doom Pie says the little red in the middle burgers are the best. They are.
Samantha Norland said, how do people have your phone number, Skylar? It was sent to my Instagram account.
Sent her Instagram backyard boats.
I think it was that person because they said, I'll show you the dimensions. So I hid them from the channel. You have to block them though.
You gotta tell me who it is.
It's oh, I didn't mean to hide weird matter. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hide you.
I'll undo it. Unhide user. There you go. Kiss a grandma on Joey's Twitch.
Yeah, there's weird matter. It wasn't weird matter. Will it not let you? You delete a message. What did I delete?
Come on.
I think I was clicking on the other one. It was just, you know, screwing up.
Oh my God.
It's that's the person I was trying to block. Oh wait, weird matter said was it impressive? No, disgusting.
Disgusting.
No, that's the
Who the hell
weird
wants to
matter's
see
fine.
that?
It's Oso, the one below. Block them from the channel. Hide user on this channel. There you go.
Yeah, he gone now.
Mr. Woody said I'm guilty. All I sent my feet to Skylar. I'm sorry. No, it wasn't a feet. It wasn't
It wasn't a feet pic.
We would have laughed if it was a foot picture. Shannon Johnson said that's disrespectful.
Dave the Fish Dude says must have been a small deck.
I didn't even bother to calculate the size.
We just saw the end in his hand, you know.
I just saw movement going where I don't think movement should have been.
No, that's disgusting. Why? I don't get.
Yeah,
that.
don't send me that shit, guys.
Crazy cichlids, we wouldn't block you. Okay, back to Omar. Crazy Cichlid says, Scott Ingram says, I don't have to try these burgers. What were the name of the burgers, Omar, the place you bought them from, so that we can get it out there and, more people will buy them? They were really, really good. I haven't tasted burgers like that since I was young. Swan says, you can't be decent. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that's disgusting. Why would anyone think that's something anybody wants to see?
Backyard deck throats.
Manners maketh the man. Yeah, I love this thing. Yeah, love that line. Mr. Woody says, I still have feet pics if you want the Skylar. Does feet turn you on? No? Okay. What turns you on? Wallets. Wallets turn you on.
Doesn't not turn me on. You know what turns me on? Hugs.
Crazy Cichlid says, that's good because I live for our Friday nights. This place rocks. Dream Theater rocks, Lord among us.
What's that?
You don't know who Dream Theater is?
No.
I made a statement on the boat that I was part of the He-Man Woman Haters Club, and she didn't know nothing about it because she don't know Spanky and our gang and Alfalfa and all them, And it was...
Oh, I've seen that. I know what you're talking about now.
Alfalfa broke up with Darla, and they started a club called
What's
the He-Man
TV
Woman Haters Club.
What's that TV show called or movie?
Our gang.
He needs that electric eel's backyard throat.
Wow, Josh really got mad at me.
Yeah, you want to get this ended soon because this is a little weird now.
No, we're back from the weirdness. We went weird.
I'm
And then it's back.
now.
You're traumatized. People don't know how innocent you really are because you act like you've done it all. Okay?
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. You don't know.
Stop it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, buckwheat.
I want to know how many of these people that watch our YouTube have been here and how many haven't been here.
Oh, man. So many people have been here.
I know, because I don't know anybody's faces, and they're like, Skylar, we worked together like 5 times.
Lord Humongous asks an important question. Big Rich, what band is more
It's
good?
better. It's better. Which band is better?
Def Leppard or Motley Crue? I tell you what.
Motley Crue.
I am going to pick Motley Crue. But I love Def Leppard. When they came out hard hitting, and I used to crank their songs nonstop. But I've lived my whole life cranking Motley Crue. All their albums, And now I have to pick Motley Crue over Def Leppard. But Def Leppard was definitely one of my top 10 bands, for sure.
Led Zeppelin or Motley Crue?
Led Zeppelin?
Led Zeppelin, Metallica.
See, Led Zeppelin was the greatest rock and roll band of all time.
Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath.
See, now I love Black Sabbath. I love Motley Crue. But Led Zeppelin was the greatest rock and roll band of all time.
Led Zeppelin was. You really can't beat Stairway to Heaven in itself.
Stop asking Led Zeppelin and go with other things.
Stairway to
Here's a hard question. Metallica or Black Sabbath?
Metallica. But not new Metallica, the earlier Metallica. I have a question for you.
What?
Stairway to Heaven or Sales of Sharon?
Stairway to Heaven.
Sales of Sharon or One? One or Stairway to Heaven?
That is so, they're both such good songs. Oh my God, you're killing me with this.
Is it breaking?
Oh yes, that hurts me. I'm telling you, they're both right there.
I'm gonna
equal.
go. I think Stairway to Heaven, Sales of Sharon, and Wood are all in the same tiers.
You guys
but
don't even know Sales of Sharon.
I played it for them.
Hold
once.
up. Go look up Sales of Sharon by Scorpions. Now, this was Scorpions before they became the Scorpions.
That was when the
And
Yuli
they
John
had
Roth played with
Yuli John Roth was the lead guitarist. I'm telling you, this is a hidden gem. Yuli John Roth rocks that guitar. And he does it so effortlessly. Go watch Sales of Sharon by, Scorpions. And then come back at me and be like, oh my God, Rich, you have opened our eyes.
Well, I opened your eyes. You were surprised. I showed you that song one night.
I'm like,
You're
no,
what
I
the
know
fuck?
all of the
Cashmere.
Scorpion songs.
Cashmere is such a good song too.
Cashmere is bad.
Yeah, but you're like, no, you're like, what the
There's
fuck is
no
this?
way.
They
I've
did
never
weird
seen this.
songs.
How could I have never seen this? You know?
And
It was in
showed you-
1976, before the Scorpions became the Scorpions. They had Yuli John Roth. So
And
this
he's a
song
god.
is not known. You
It's-
got to go watch it.
It's so good. It's brilliant. It should be longer. Rich doesn't like Motorhead. I don't like Motorhead.
I do like Motorhead. I just don't think that they're as great as everybody portrays them. You know, this Killed by Death and Ace of Spades. Lemmy's great, but I know a lot of songs I like better. You know what I'm saying? Skylar don't know nothing about that crazy train.
Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yngwie is a badass.
He's fucking awesome. Crazy Train, it's just so overplayed. Scorpions are good.
Bye, Bambi.
Bye, Bambi. Love you, Bambi. Metallica or Megadeth? That's easy for you. It's Metallica. Rolling Stones or the Beatles? I would go with the Rolling Stones. I just don't.
I
like
would
the
definitely
Beatles.
go with the Stones. The Beatles were great, but they were before my time, you know? So, and they were during my time, but before my time was when they were great, you know? They were a walking legend.
Mm-hmm.
And now during my time, they just did good songs. They did great songs, you know?
Iron Maiden or Metallica?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Ooh. I'm going to have to go with, oh my God. Okay, let me put it this way. In the band I was in for 18 years, we played 2 Metallica songs. We played 3 Iron Maiden songs. I'm going to have to go with Iron Maiden. Okay? And I'm going to get a lot of step back for that, but I'm going to have to go with that. Metallica or Megadeth, Metallica for sure. Megadeth rocked, but there was like 5 to 7 songs compared to Metallica's 30 to 40 songs. You know what I'm saying? Long live Lemmy, Mr. Woody says.
We need to get some better speakers in here so we can play music during the live stream. After music hours. Back in Black, once again, it's a little overplayed.
No, screw you. You weren't there. When Back in Black album came out, so did Def Leppard Pyromania, and we listened to Back in Black, the entire album, cruising in the car, you know, jamming, listen, shush. And then when Back in Black was done, we put on Def Leppard Pyromania and listened to every song in a row. And then back to AC/DC, Back in Black.
I've just never been like super into AC/DC.
Oh my God, they rock so bad.
You know, I only started listening to the Scorpions this year, and I found that song before you did. You grew up during that time.
I did not ever hear that song. It was the Scorpions before they were the
I don't even know
Scorpions.
how I came across it. I think I just pulled up. I was like, "What the fuck is this song?" So, what are all those random takes on the table doing?
Mr. Woody, I would never say no Motorhead. I just don't think Motorhead is as great as what people say. Have you ever heard, the Ace of Spades? The Ace of Spades. He don't really have singing talent. Okay? He's great, and he does a lot of rock, and he's got a lot of good songs. I just think he's overrated. I hear Ace of Spades, and I turn it off. It's just yelling to me. It's not I don't know.
Wanna-
They got some good songs.
You want to end this here pretty soon?
No.
It's 9 o'clock.
I don't care.
Okay.
Joey says he'll call in a second. All right. Joey's going to call in a second.
You want me to text
Oh,
you?
yes.
Okay.
Pour Some Sugar on Me, the best stripper song of all time. Pour Some Sugar on Me, Def Leppard, for sure. The fish dude says,
Judas Priest is
no,
good.
listen. Iron Maiden. Now, you heard Iron Maiden,
I know who Iron
but
Maiden
do you
is.
know the players?
Can't name people by name.
Steve Harris is the baddest bass player on the planet. Iron Maiden's bass player. You remember Run to the Hills?
Yeah.
He's playing that by fingers. No pick. He's just amazing. Steve Harris is badass. And then there was the Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner where he's in the middle and he's like, and it's, oh my God, it's so badass. I had to turn that into a song. I used his little riff and turned it into a big song because his bass line was so badass. Steve Harris, nobody can keep up with him. You know what completely impressed me? There's a band out there called Iron Maidens. It's all girl Iron Maiden tribute band. And I'm telling you, they play Iron Maiden as good as Iron Maiden does. They are remarkable. Know this. Iron Maidens. Go watch them live.
Back in a second.
This girl on bass is amazing. I told her I wanted to marry her. I loved her. You know? She is amazing. She plays everything Steve Harris does with her fingers. She is amazing. The lead singer is a girl, and she sounds like Bruce Dickinson. It's amazing. The lead guitarist is just like Adrian Smith. Amazing. The whole thing sounds like Iron Maiden. You're there live. They are that good. Check out the Iron Maidens. Tracy took me to this concert, and I fell in love. These girls were so good. Amazing. I didn't think anybody had the talent Steve Harris did. And here's some little 4'10" chick has the talent Steve Harris does. I told her I love you. I would marry you. You know, she was great. Someone says I like Anna. Where'd that go? Where is it at? Catherine James, you're being shunned. The Cranberries, really? Oh, I hate their songs. I'm sorry, but where's this at? Depth Charge, Jackal, hell yeah. Jesse James Dupree has the sound. Oh my God, no one can sing like him. He is amazing. Mr. Woody, Heartbreaker, Zeppelin song. And then it always was followed with Livin' Lovin' Woman. So, you know, down, 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 and it was always followed right after that with the Purple Operator in a fifth city. Down, 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 living, loving. She's just a woman. Man, you cannot beat them songs. Them two together was amazing. That was Raheem that says I like ABBA. ABBA was actually a very cool band. You guys are leaving out Ted Nugent. Back in the day, Cat Scratch Fever, you know, Free for All, Motor City Madman, Stranglehold, Cat Scratch Fever. Oh my God. Ted Nugent was the man back in them days. Daniel Tracy says the Carpenters. Well, that's old school right there, and they They put out a lot of albums and they were great. It ain't metal, but I mean they did put out a lot of albums. They were what do you want to call that when two people sing together and they did so well together? Harmonies. They did great, you know, on the harmonies. Oh, Stephen Freeman says, name a more talented drummer than Danny Carey from Tool. I'll tell you what. What about the professor on the drum kit from Rush? Neil Peart. Done. You're beat. It's over with. No one was better than Neil Peart. Crazy Cichlid says, Rich, do a video of your Camaro during the week, please, and show us the inside and outside. We'd love to have a look. I should do that. I will do that. Mr. Woody says, Bon Scott, rest in peace. That was AC/DC's original singer on the Highway to Hell album, was all Bon Scott. After that, it's been, you know, the new singer, Brian Johnson. And he did his best to sound like Bon Scott. And I tell you what, he's done 30 years of AC/DC, and he's great. No one even really remembers Bon Scott because of Brian Johnson, but Bon Scott was badass. He was this tiny little skinny dude, and he had the voice. Oh my God, let me tell you. He's the one on Highway to Hell. If you heard Highway to Hell, that's Bon Scott. Okay, so he's worth remembering. Oh yeah, Robert Elkin says Maximum Overdrive. What a movie that was. The soundtrack was AC/DC. Who Made Who? Oh yeah. Lord Humunga says, Big Rich, would you agree that Aerosmith was better on drugs and booze than when they weren't? Yes, old Aerosmith rocks. They come out with some songs that were ahead of their time for sure. And you know, old Aerosmith rocked. You know, the Toys in the Attic album. Holy shit! I mean, it's just, and when Sweet Emotion came out, holy shit, that was a game changer. And now, you know, they're doing all these songs that they're getting play on TV and all this stuff, and I get it. It's but they not so I don't want to say sold out. They've commercialized. You know, they're making more money with these songs. They don't have to make them songs now. But them songs back in the day were life-changing songs. You know, they were amazing. Oh yes, Judas Priest, one of my all-time favorite bands. Sing some AC/DC. I can't sing for one. Two, I can't sound like AC/DC.
Heck, I'm soaking wet. I'm freezing now. Itching my leg.
But who had the best bass player? I don't think so. That would still run to Steve Harris from Iron Maiden.
Look, he had poop all over him, so I went to wash him off.
Why would your cat have poop all over him?
He's Loki. I don't know. He had poop on his the back.
And that's what you show me on your knee?
No, it's wetness because I gave him a bath. I like rinsed him off when I saw it. So
Okay, so you cleaned him. You gave him a bath.
And he was like, "Rah!" And he freaked out. The shower head when Loki went. And I caught Loki. I caught the shower head with the other hand. Oh Lord, put it on speaker.
What's up, Joey? What did we call Joey for in the first place?
I don't put it on speaker though.
No, come on. Remind me.
Something dumb.
You just want to hear your voice. No, seriously, we were wanting to talk to Joey.
Chat, why'd we call Joey in the first place?
Yeah, come on, chat. Tell us why we were calling Joey in the first place. I'm still live, yeah. Oh my God. Oh, Bob Taylor comes up with a great one. April Wine. Holy shit. This band was ahead of its time. Sign of the Gypsy Queen. Roller. Oh my God. Roller was a badass tune. There's another one too. I can't remember it.
Oh, I remember. It was to ask Joey what happened on the Twitch because he
What's
said
that?
something about Josh or something like that.
Glasses, son. These are my old glasses. They don't work no more. I can read better, but it's not clear yet, you know?
Rich, it's about what he said about Josh on the live stream.
Yeah, what happened to you? Oh, that's what it was. What happened to you on Twitch?
With Josh, he said something about Josh.
Josh said something bad happened to you on Twitch.
Or he said something bad about Josh, something.
Guys, he said nothing bad happened to him on Twitch, so it was just a rumor. Yeah. Nate Achilles says, you called Joey for the Twitch episode. Oh, and Nazareth. Harley Gem says Nazareth. Oh, my God. Nazareth I actually got a girlfriend back. She broke up with me, and then I sat in her driveway, and I played Love Hurts by Nazareth, and I had a 700-watt Clarion system in my Volkswagen at the time. And she came out crying, and she got back together with me, and we had sex that night. It was great.
You gotta keep it PG.
So, how you been? Somebody said you had a big thing happen on Twitch, and we're like, what happened?
Something involving Josh or something.
He says nothing happened.
Okay.
Alrighty. Really? I thought you were doing Twitch all the time. Daniel Tracy Ann says, Twitch episode with Josh. Were you on a Twitch episode with my son? No, so it has to be Josh, somebody else. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. Someone asked if Josh was upset about his Twitch. I don't know what was going on.
What is that?
I don't know. There's a bombs going off outside.
What the hell was that?
The whole house shook.
That wasn't. Was that thunder? That couldn't have been thunder. There's no thunder, Rich. What the fuck? Somebody's trying to shoot you.
Stop stirring the pot, guys. Me and Joey get along great.
Rich secretly hates Joey. He just doesn't want Joey to know it.
Is that what they said?
No, that's what I said.
Why would you say that?
To stir the pot.
Joey's the greatest.
That's not what you said earlier.
Don't you lie. Don't you lie.
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing around. Wait, seriously, what was that bang though? That was really loud, Rich.
Yeah, never believe anything she
Wait,
said.
Rich, dead serious. Do you want me to go look around outside?
Yeah, go see what that was.
I'm scared. I need backup.
Alan Surgeoner says, Bad Company, Rich. I think we're very underrated. Oh my God, Bad Company was so underrated.
But it sounds
You
like
know,
your book direction was coming
I have like 3 of their albums on my. I used to collect DVD movies of concerts and live concerts, and one of the best concerts I got is Iron Maiden, and then I've got a Bad Company concert that sounds exactly like the radio. I mean, they played in concert. The stream. You just happen to be on my ear. Okay. Hey, Joey, love you, son. Bye. Dirty bastard. Skylar did have a crush on Joey until now. Skylar's Tamara's best friend, and she's embarrassed that she had a crush on Joey. But yeah, because I have the PA system and all that, I put out in the band room, or I'm sorry, the pool room. You know, I've got the two JBL 1000 watt speakers and they're powered, so I can hook them up to even a just. Hang on a second, guys. What's up, buddy? Okay, let me look real quick. Dun, 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 dun. Put you on speaker. Let me minimize this. Let me go to the text. That's JP. You're on speakerphone. I don't have a text from you, buddy. I'm looking. Oh, there we go. You called me a maroon. That's funny. No, there was only 49 people on there, so forget that. It's over with. I don't think so. We're good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Thank you, though. All right, bye. How do I hang up? There we go. So let me see. Someone says, "Don't get shot." Daniel Tracy in. Weird Man says, "How many watts, Big Rich?" I don't know what you're talking about, but my PA system has 8,000 watts. I bought it from Flashes, which was a bar that used to be called Flash Gordon's, and then you know, sure. And then when they closed down, they were called Flashes, and I bought their PA system, and that's what I have in my basement right now. And I had 3 towers. The top had 2 15s, 2 10-inch mids, and 2 horns, and the bottoms had 4 15s. They were the subs. Well, I did this. There's 3 on each side. Well, I took 2 and put into my living room, hooked up to my TV. So I've got my TV is running the 770 watt 7 channel surround sound, and then through the Sony, and then I have a 2,000 watt amp going to the 2 415s on each side. So that's the living room and the theater room. The basement has 8,000 watts going to 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24 15s, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 mid ranges, and then 8 horn tweeters is in my basement. That's what the Flashes system is.
What's his face? Jerry and Kathy also heard the Big Bang. There was an explosion somewhere, like, you know, like a little bit a ways from the house. Nobody has any idea what it was.
Oh, it was an explosion.
Yeah, the house is fine though. There's no trees falling down. I checked every fucking fish tank. I checked all around the perimeter of the outside to make sure like the tree didn't fall down or something. Jerry said he heard something before the explosion, so somebody is doing something diabolical here. What do you say? Naughty, naughty, Skylar.
Let's just blame Skylar. I love it.
Are you blaming me for shit?
Yeah.
Why?
Mr. Woody says, "Naughty, naughty, Skylar."
What'd I do?
Everything that people are mad at me for is your fault.
Asshole. Cali girl fish keeping up, Big Rich. I would love to see a house tour place. It sounds amazing.
Cali girl, go on to Ohio Fish Rescue and search through the old things. I do have a walkthrough of my house, and you know, it's when I first bought it. I worked on it for 2 years, and then I did a walkthrough.
You should do another one of those. That's a good idea for a video.
And it's amazing. It's great. Just look through our videos. You'll find it. What's your favorite song, both of you? That's really hard.
Sales of Sharon 1, Stairway to Heaven. I have 3 songs. And Pyramid Song by Radiohead. Or if I had to
See,
pick a
mine
fifth,
is rough because
Cashmere, probably. It's fine.
mine's rough. It's I love so many songs. It's hard to pick because this is great for this purpose. This is great for this purpose. You know, The Gods, Gotta Keep It Running is one of my all-time favorite songs. It's how I lived my young life.
You've played that so many times.
I've never played that. I hardly ever play that. I have it on vinyl on a record player.
Yeah,
In
you
there.
showed me a bunch of times and you forgot you showed me. You showed me again. I'm like, okay.
That may have been 9 months ago when you first moved in,
But
but
now I can
I can't remember the last time I
I
showed
hear
you.
it once and then it's stuck in my head for like 10 days.
Right, it's a great song. So
Alright,
shut up. So, anyways, Catherine James says that's how men see the world. Always the woman's fault. No, it's our fault for believing in the woman.
What are your other songs? You said start with Gotta Keep It Running. What else are your favorite songs? I gave 5, so give 5 songs.
Stranglehold by Nugent, Kashmir, Zeppelin.
I had Cashmere in my list too.
Uh,
Are you gonna put Sales of Sharon in there?
I would have to say Jackal, Dirty Little Minds. Love that song. Ultraviolence. Oh my god. Best song ever. Ultraviolence. The name of the song was dang. Here, I got it right here. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Then we go to downloads. And then here it is. All right. Terrible Ivan and End of Destruction by Ultraviolence. Two of the greatest songs ever written.
Do you want me to turn the AC off and open the window with the word 62 out today?
Is it? Go open the front door and see if it's cooler outside.
It's cooler outside. I already checked. That's why I'm asking you. So I walked all along the.
Then go ahead and open them up.
Do you want me to turn the AC off?
Omar says it's raining men.
It's
Come on, you know.
Hallelujah, it's raining men. Daniel
No.
Christian, what's your favorite of all time? I gotta go Stairway to Heaven. That song's just such a masterpiece.
Depth Charge, Lumberjack song by Jackal, yes. He actually hooked up a chainsaw to his guitar, bolted it to his guitar. So when he plays the song, he's doing the solo with the chainsaw. And then he actually cuts a chair, so it's. I mean, he makes this guitar sing with this chainsaw. The Lumberjack song by Jackal. Check it out. It's amazing. Alan Sergener says, if you watch the old videos, you will see the turmoil it caused since Skylar moved in. She did. She was a basket case and a clusterfuck of confusion at first. She's done a lot of growing up since. Her parents didn't make her grow up. Her parents basically coddled her and let her be the way. And then her boyfriend did the same thing. So when she came here, I'm like, what the? You know, you act like a damn 12-year-old. And I made her grow up. Now she's being much more adult-like.
The blind fish is doing really well in the Aquel anchorage. Remember the blind fish we found?
What's up, John? What? Yeah.
Yeah. Grab one from the garage.
Oh, that queso sauce there is amazing, ain't it? Reaper and John are at the Mexican restaurant at the cave Mammoth Cave Aquarium Expo. JP Merlo, the deacon from the preacher there, took them out to dinner, and they're eating what I was bragging about was the Mexican queso. They have a picture of me there. Why? It's up on the wall. Wow. I'm a legend. That restaurant I was talking about down in Mammoth Cave Aquarium
I got a
Expo,
picture of you.
they got a picture of me up on the wall. Oh my goodness. They do not. The breakfast spot too? I'm a legend in Kentucky. That's awesome. All right, I got to go now because I'm live streaming. Bye.
All right, we got a busy day tomorrow, Rich. We got a ton of people coming tomorrow.
Okay, somebody mentioned Ellen Serguna says Whiskey in a Jar by Thin Lizzy. Now, I like Thin Lizzy. I used to actually play a song by the Thin Lizzy in our band, which is what was the name of that song? Jailbreak. We used to, Thin Lizzy was a great band. They were awesome. John Lee Pettymore says, Big Rich, where can I listen to your old band? I need to upload this stuff to a certain spot where I can show people.
Samantha Norland says, look at Skylar being responsible. Because I said, hey, Rich, we have a busy day tomorrow. We got to get this ended soon.
Dude, I'm telling you, she's grown up a lot. When she first came here, she was a clusterfuck of confusion.
We're going to have people here starting from 10 o'clock. We got the one
all the way up.
coming
Yeah,
in.
I know.
We got community service coming in. We got to get some sleep tonight.
And then I got to watch Tracy all day tomorrow, too.
Well, we're going to have to go back
and then all night.
Tracy. Yeah.
And then all day Sunday.
Yeah, so we got to...
Nice glasses.
What's up, Kathy?
Doesn't he look
Yes,
old
I
and decrepit?
The best.
I did told her to grab your flag. Trying to look for where the bang was.
No, I didn't know.
Find the bang bang.
Did that dog finally stop and be quiet back
Do you
there?
know why she was barking?
Oh.
Because I'm watching Canine Rescues, how they
Hey, what's up, Brittany?
train them. And it's because the TV's this huge, the big
What's
one
that?
is right here. She would not shut up.
Aw, I love you too. Brittany's saying goodnight. She loves us. You're
Aw,
on speaker now.
Brittany. Oh, Ziblis, not Josh's girl.
No.
Hi, Brittany. Love you.
Sweet dreams, Brittany. You're my favorite.
That sounds like AZ pretending to be Brittany.
No, I don't.
Hello? It was. Okay.
Aw.
Good night.
Love you, Brittany.
Love you.
That was sweet. I love Brittany. You did an impression of a camel running into a washing line.
Mr. Woody says, Skylar, Big Rich has done an impression of a camel running into a
What was that
washing line.
sound?
I did some song. I don't know.
Do you guys do big fish feeding videos? Like
Yes, we
everybody,
do.
everybody wants them, but once we give them, I mean, they're kind of boring. Just
People don't really like them. Everybody asks for them, and then the video don't do good.
It's just fish eating stuff, fish eating stuff, fish eating stuff. I mean, it's cool for like reels and stuff because Josh does a bunch of reels with that, which it works for. But for a full length video, I mean, it's probably the most boring video you'd ever watch. Tell me, would you wanna?
I like the underwater videos, and then having them feed underwater and throwing the food in and seeing the fish go after them. I like them.
I like our videos where we throw in fun too, because that's like what a lot of the new YouTubers are doing. Like when I was fighting with that one girl on the phone thing that we have, right?
See, Mr. Woody says his guitar noises are just brilliant.
Yeah, but
No. You haven't heard my dirt bike noises.
Yeah, I have.
No, they're great.
Do it again. I've heard it because you've done it for me before.
My guitar is on there. It'll let you know the song. How's it go? That sounds like a female serval cat getting raped.
Wait.
It'll look that way when you. Oh my god, that's horrible. That's horrible.
Wait, let me try it again. Okay, so you go.
Not even close.
Do
Okay.
it then.
All right. I take off, and I'm on my 4x4. Okay. My quad, and I take off, and it's a 4-wheel drive, 4-stroker, and then I gave my son the CR250, which was my dirt bike. Okay. And you start that thing up, it's like ring, ding, 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 ding,
Not
ding,
even
ding,
close.
ding, ding, ding. Anyways,
Hey.
so I'm like ring, ding, 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 ring, 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 and then we put it in gear. Ring, 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 ring. Okay,
You know what your
and then
Camaro
you
sounds
slow
like?
down. You got it broke in now. Now you got to pull a wheelie. So you're like ring, 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 ring.
You know what your Camaro sounds like? That's what your Camaro sounds like.
No, that's not what the Camaro sounds
No,
like.
that's what your Camaro sounds
You have
like.
no idea
No,
what
I'm
it sounds
doing
like.
what your Camaro sounds
Don't
like
even
right now.
talk about
Listen,
my Camaro.
listen to me.
Don't even talk.
Listen to me.
You have no clue.
Listen. I'm doing what your Camaro sounds like. That's nothing. Sorry, bring here.
See the bitch.
That was funny though. It goes like this. And then that's it. Alright, you ready to call? It's 9:16. How much longer do you want to keep this going for?
I don't know. We can. Yes, Big Rich on the Crazy Frog. Yes. We can get out of here. We've been here for a while.
I'm wet and tired. My clothes got
You're
soaked.
wet.
The cat got me soaking wet because I was trying to hold him. Because I hold him down.
You
how
sure
you
it
do.
wasn't Mr. Woody?
Yeah, no, it was a cat. Because I did I think Josh told me to do this, like where you scruff him by the neck and then you push him down so his legs kind of spider out. I was doing that, but I lost grip for a second because the thing went haywire on me, and so I had to grab that, and so I had to push him down. The thing went haywire on me, but once I did that, I got him pretty good.
Captain Stanley, he's here. But I ain't seen him in a while. Says Big Rich, what's up, brother? Alan Circus says, Rich, we're just wondering how you know what a serval being, whatever sounds like.
Hootered? What's a Oh yeah, servo.
I've had many servals and I've seen them. The male holds the female by the neck as he mounts her,
That's what
and
cats do.
they
bite
have
him
a
by the
certain
neck.
sound.
They bite him by the neck and hold him down.
Yeah.
Michael Todd said, "Who would have thought Skylar wanting to end a stream? LOL. Well, I'm trying to be more responsible. I want to get my sleep, and I want to be responsible for tomorrow. I'm thinking ahead."
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this. Thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate it. Love you all. We always have a great time. This is my one and only time I can get out and hang out and hang with you guys every week. So, I mean, even if it's not Mr. Woody says I'm the cat commander. If you know the movie, he was the clit commander. Okay. It was Bob and not Bob and Doug. What's his name?
Look, he's holding his thumb up with the green things above
Right.
it.
It was Jay and Silent Bob movie. Okay. Great movie. But anyways, we're getting out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I've had a blast.
Thanks for all the
you
birthday
guys rock.
wishes. Everybody was fun tonight. Skylar, get Bruce out.
Rich, tell everybody I said goodnight.
You just
Kathy
did.
says goodnight to everybody. All right, and as always,
Stay fishy, my
Stay-
friends. Wow.
Hey, Rich.
you
What?
I feel like I got some kind of power. with
gotta
this sucker.
here. Stop it for a second, Kathy. We gotta get this turned off. You didn't turn it off, Rich. Press the other one. You didn't press.